liquid.
Hello guys, welcome to stream. Background noise ignore ചെയ്തേക്ക് കുറച്ച് നേരം കൂടുതലായിരിക്കും കാരണം കളി കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. But anyways, ഇന്നത്തെ ടൈറ്റിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നുമല്ല. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ സ്ട്രീം ക്വാളിറ്റി ഇപ്പോൾ ഷിറ്റ് ആണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. എന്തോ സംഭവം എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. ഹലോ ഗൈസ്. But anyways, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നത്. കാരണം ഞാൻ കുറേ നേരം ഞാൻ bitrate വെച്ച് കുറേ ഇരുന്ന് എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് ചെയ്ത്, പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല എന്താണെന്നാണ് പ്രശ്നം എന്ന്. ബട്ട് ഓബ്വിയസ്ലി ഹോപ്പ്ഫുള്ളി അത് അടുത്ത 2-3 സ്ട്രീമിനുള്ളിൽ ശരിയാവുമായിരിക്കും വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷെ അതേപോലെ തന്നെ ഇപ്പോൾ മറ്റേ ബാലി മേജർ നടക്കുവാണ് ഡോട്ടയിൽ. സോ അതിലെ ഫൈനൽസ് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. സോ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു 20-30 മിനിറ്റിൽ മാച്ച് ഫസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോഴേക്കും എന്തോ ടെക്നിക്കൽ ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ടീസ് കാരണം ഇപ്പോൾ എല്ലാം പോസ്ഡ് ആണ്. സോ ഐ ഗസ് അപ്പോഴാണ് ഞാൻ സ്ട്രീം തുടങ്ങിയത്. ഐ ഗസ് ഇതൊരു ക്വിക്ക് സ്ട്രീം ആയിരിക്കും. ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് വലുതായിട്ടൊന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ജസ്റ്റ് പ്ലേയിങ് ഗെയിംസ് അൺടിൽ എൻ്റെ മോനെ ഗ്ലിച്ച് പോപ്പും പ്രീലോട്ട് കേസും ഗോൾ സ്ട്രൈക്ക് കൂടെ പിന്നെ ഗോൾഡ് പീപ്പിൾ ആക്ച്വലി വർക്ക് ഡൗൺ ഇറ്റ്. ബട്ട് എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ കൂടുതലൊന്നും പറയുന്നില്ല. അത് ഇതിൽ കാണിക്കാത്ത ഡെഡ്ലോക്ക് വിയേർഡ്. എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല എന്തോന്നാണ് ഇവരുടെ ഷോപ്പിലാണോ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ കണ്ടത്. ഇങ്ങനെ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കാണിക്കും. ഓക്കെ. പക്ഷെ ഇതിൽ ഡെഡ്ലോക്ക് വന്നിട്ടില്ല. ബഗ്ഗല്ലേ അളയാ? വാട്ട് ദ ഫക്ക്, ദീസ് ആർ ഓബ്വിയസ് ബഗ്സ്. എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ പെട്ടെന്ന് കളി നിർത്തിട്ട് ഫസ്റ്റ് വിൻ ഓഫ് ദ ഡേ എന്തോന്നാ ഞാൻ എന്ത് കളിക്കണം. ഞാൻ ആക്ച്വലി സ്വിഫ്റ്റിൽ 5 റൗണ്ട് കിട്ടും. എന്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 5 സ്വിഫ്റ്റ് പ്ലേ കളിക്കാം. 2 സ്വിഫ്റ്റ് പ്ലേ കളിക്കാം. സോ ഹോപ്പ്ഫുള്ളി പെട്ടെന്ന് ഇത് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കി. ഇത്രയും കളിച്ചിട്ട് കളി അബാൻഡൻ. എൻ്റെ മോനെ ഞാൻ അടുത്ത കളി തോറ്റ്.
Match found.
All right, where's the fight?
Wow, I see. ഒരു 1K ലൈക്സ് 1 ഡിസ്ലൈക്ക് ഉണ്ട് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ. ബട്ട് വാട്ട് ദ ഫക്ക്, ശരിക്കും അപ്പുറത്താരും പിക്ക് ചെയ്തില്ലല്ലേ? അപ്പുറത്തെല്ലാം പിക്ക് ചെയ്തെന്ന് സംഭവിച്ചെന്നെ നെറ്റ് പോയോ. എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ബാലി മേജർ നടക്കുവാണ്. ആൻഡ് അപ്പാരൻ്റ്ലി ഇപ്പം ഈ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് കേൾക്കുന്ന അവർ മറ്റേ ഇതാക്കിയതാണ്, മറ്റേ കർട്ടൻ ടൈം മറ്റേ എന്താ പറയല് ട്രാൻസിഷൻ സ്ക്രീനോ BRB എന്നൊക്കെ പറയാം. ലൈക്ക് അതേപോലത്തെ ഒരു സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ആണ്. അവരുടെ കളിയിൽ എന്തോ പറ്റി, എന്തോ ഇഷ്യൂ വന്നു. ആൻഡ്
making other summons? Like, lions. Or, oh, dragons.
Tried once. It was not pretty.
ഇത് എ ആയിരിക്കും കാരണം എല്ലാവരും ലൈക്ക് സബ് കോൺഷ്യസ്ലി എ ആണ് പുഷ് ചെയ്യല്. സേറ വിപ്സ് എന്നാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഇതിൻ്റെ പേര്. ഹോപ്പ്ഫുള്ളി ദേ ഡോണ്ട് വിഫ്. ഞാൻ ലാലു എന്നുണ്ടോന്ന് വായിച്ചത്. ബട്ട് എനിവേസ് നോട്ട് ഹിയർ. മൈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Oh, nice play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We had a small technical issue, but it's all been fixed now, and it shouldn't happen again. And if it does, it's completely Fox fault. So thank you. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the action. 21-21, 15k lead for Liquid. And just as we get back in at Gaming Gladiators, are immediately going to go for a bit of smoke. Smoke actions to see if they can start something off. Just to kind of keep people refreshed, what did we just have Gaming Gladiators recently pick up that's setting them up to try and look for this move?
Well, they're smoked up because they have the Ags on Celery here. They have no buybacks on the supports. Ace just got Lotus, so they're looking to get a big catch here. Vision is going to be everything.
Okay, the game's back. Or if the game bad ആയിരിക്കും because ഞാൻ മിക്കവാറും ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കളിയിലായിരിക്കും.
With this sort of moves going down, Mickey smoked up on the front and
Arcane rune top. It's a nice rune.
Arcanum's done on Nisha.
He commits his goal.
Okay.
They have to. I don't think they've gotten tabs on Celery yet. They should be pretty aware that he's very close to that Ags 4 has done. So
yeah, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
I think they're
the spiders are gonna scout.
With the fact that Gaming Gladiators has been off the map, or at least they're only showing as they're showing, Liquid's gonna know that Gaming Gladiators is
One enemy remaining.
Get the lanes pushed out here. Top. Arcane rune plus Aghanim. This could be pretty massive for this next team fight, but it's all gonna be up to if they.
Reloading.
They have been able to. I think Zai is doing some master, master micro brute stuff. We're just scouting with spiders, getting all the information in the world.
I think because he was sort of like 2-2-15 or something, and now it's been the 4 deaths the last few fights as Liquid have found.
Is that important?
Gonna go for this push top. Tier 3 starting to take quite a beating here from the 2C streaks. Quinn gets to deal with that.
Ratio getting the lane shoved in with illusions. Bottom and mid also taking a beating. Liquid, they kind of have to react to this. They'll send Nisha. He's got boots to travel. I was going to say, he doesn't have Remnant down, but he does have Boss if he does want to join in afterwards.
Another attempt from Gaming Gladiators. Out the base they go.
Fighters just scouting.
Who can they catch? Who can they jump?
Power buybacks looking. Quinn is 50 gold away from it.
I mean, I think the bigger one that's not available is Nisha's, right? Yes. Nisha gets jumped, and they're able to kill him during some sort of static storm that static storm 3 BKB. Nisha could be in trouble.
Positioning is going to be crucial for Celery. Look where he has to stand, because he doesn't have a blink dagger. He has to be like right behind Quinn for the catch.
Towards Zai, they've been able to put the Lincolns. Quinn, he's in with the Shiva's Guard and the Hex. They'll put Zai out of the side. Poxy pops the BKB. He's going to try and go over towards Dratcher. Now they look at the back line. Jump off and he's been able to find Celery straight over towards the Disrupt. He's got the change, but Celery's able to get the Glimmer Cape off. Omni Slash is there over towards Ace, but Ace is still alive. And Celery's able to get the Static Storm down.
Storm's on 2.
Nisha, he's also caught in the edge of it as well. Dratcher's still fighting fit. The Hex is down on Anisha. He's dead. 3 gone on Liquid.
It took too long. They took way too long to get Celery.
Nisha sort of went all in on it, but I think sort of around the Glimmer Cape and such, they just didn't have the detection to finish him off in time. He gets the ult out, and that Static Storm, it secures them with 2 big ones in particular. Mickey and Nisha gone, and as I mentioned before that fight, Nisha, he spent
his
does
gold.
not have buyback. Dratcher and the rest of the remaining survivors of Gaming Gladiators, they can go straight for the high ground push.
I mean, they're pushing mid and they're pushing bottom. Liquid has to buy back at least on the Lich. They probably are going to have to buy back even on Mickey unless they just want to sacrifice some Zets here.
And there's Insania's buyback. And throughout the tour, Insania never spent his money.
He didn't.
He was sitting about sort of 3,500, and now he's gone back down to 2.7k. Never spent anything. They got him with the Hex again. I mean, Insania's trying to force him back to the base, but they catch him. They killed the 2 of them. Neither of them with buyback available as well. This is going to be a huge opening for Gaming Gladiators to take at least 1 set of wrecks, probably 2, maybe even start to threaten the game as well.
What a fight from Gaming. Only one hero was able to get to the back lines to try to go for celery, and it wasn't enough. No. Look how much they might actually just lose everything here.
They might.
Mika's trying to hold his buyback.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see with the money Zai, he's 170 goals short of his buyback. And this Sania, of course, just brought
Spike
back.
down A.
The tier 4's exposed. They've got this little bit of time with the glyph.
Oh, Daracho wants to end. He buys a full refresher. He wants his meta back up. He wants to get the push.
He wants to at least get the megas.
At least megas.
Because I don't think they'll be able to quite end unless they can kill these heroes off again, because we're going to see both Mike and Nisha back in action, so that they'll be able to fight with the three of them. It's still going to be a 3 versus 5, so it won't be easy, but there's a little chance that Liquid may be able to push back Gaming Gladiators once more.
It's megas though already.
It's a lot.
Okay, he doesn't even have to use his meta. 15
They're
seconds
going to play
is
it
up.
cool.
He has a
They'll
refresher.
back off Gaming Gladiators.
They got all they needed. Jesus, Quinn.
That was a big push, big play.
He has not died this game. He has been the leader of the charge for his team to protect his buddies. 25 was in that last fight too, so he's pretty much a carry also on this Timber Saw, as he already has been. And the game's totally
One
broken now for
enemy
Liquid.
remaining.
They have to get Roche, and they have to have some insane next couple fights. And they have to find Celery, but not only just once now, because the buyback's back.
Switching
You
sides.
can just buy back and join the fight too. Things got ever more
Sova's gonna
complicated
put
now
his
for the
eye
side
out
of
with
Liquid.
all that
Just
tech.
up one little connection
His other
there.
eye, I mean.
Yeah, and Senia, I believe the Aghanim Dream was dead with this money that he's been losing, so just by the Ether Lens.
Oh, that feels bad, right? He had what, almost 4K
He
gold.
had about 4k gold.
4K gold, got killed by his team, going for the Tormentor, dies afterwards, has to buy back.
He's lost a lot.
Lose everything, as now it's Roche. This is a full Aghanims too.
And we're actually going to see, I guess, with regards to the fact that Nisha doesn't have buyback, Mickey's like, I'll just go all in as well.
He has to.
So he spends up,
Yep.
buys the MKB, foregoing his availability to buy back in the next fight, because he's now completely out of money.
He has to. They have megas coming in. You have to go all in.
Can we give him the axe?
Let's give it a Ratio. Why not? Yep,
Blinded.
he's got the double terror wave, right? He used meta for the fight, so it's a really, really strong one once you do get this timing.
This Aegis choose push. Then Gladiators,
They can cut.
they're going to look to end this game.
Here.
He just choose
Reloading.
push, Quinn just showing that he's unkillable in this game.
Enemy removed.
And I guess I didn't get to really see if... I mean, it's likely the auras and everything, of course, saving Celery in that last minute, but I didn't actually see the auras.
One enemy remaining.
It was the Glimmer Cape in particular. This having
They were not good enough.
somehow to get into the back line. I didn't see the box he was in that.
Match point.
Just
They're supposed to be fighting back,
levels
right?
more difficult here for the side of Team Liquid. Gaming's just playing the eco game, patiently getting the rest of the farm on the map, waiting for their buybacks. They're close for... Still have this fight. 1200 for Quinn. Creeps are coming in. Here come the megas.
Celery can treat itself to a blink as well soon. And, you know, one blink, Ag Static Storm, that will be the move to close the game.
Spike dropped.
You can catch one of these big
And they have double hex too, and so it's a...
Blinded.
Actually, triple hex, apologies. Ace also having one, so many different forms of catch. Liquid only has the...
Enemy spotted A.
Harder versus the blink if Celery does get it.
Last player standing.
Leave the base, Boxy. So you can maybe find Tofu farming the neutral camps, but
Bombs. They scout him. He's got a shield, but he wants to
go straight if he wants to. I mean, there's nothing that's going to threaten Quinn right now. Unkillable right until
My
the end,
power
it
does
seems.
not end. Ask for aid, and you shall receive.
So what do we make of this?
It's so tense here.
The creeps are building up.
Mickey knows he can't show. He has to stay under Ninja Gear, because they could just jump him and full kill him. Blink now picked up for Celery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Ace can end it if they get the correct jump. And Ace is going to start things. He's able to get in there, get the opening hex on Anisha. Nisha needs help. They got any way to bail him out. This they
Nope.
don't.
The Terror Wave.
He's gone. Boxy will come in with the BKB lasso on the Celery. They desperately want to kill this disruptor. They've got the follow-up hex this time, so they will manage to stop the Ag Static Storm, but there's the buyback. Celery's going to look to rejoin the team.
Here.
Nisha, he'll buy back as well. They're trying to stand their ground against Daracho. Daracho getting pretty low. He's able to sunder Ace. Gets his health back up to pretty much full. Turns to take down side. Side's out without buyback. Remnant forward for Nisha. He'll attempt to burst Ace.
Daracho
Ace
stands ground.
He's back up to full HP. Nisha cannot kill off the darks here. Mickey's got to Blade Fury back to base. Anisha, he'll have
What a
to
glimpse.
waste as well. Mickey, he's going to get dragged back underneath the ratio. He's out. No buyback on him. Hex on Tanisha. Gaming Gladiators with the full cleanup of the Ag Static Storm. Locks down the
Yep.
air. Gaming Gladiators will take this game 1.
They just keep on doing it, Owen. How do they just keep on doing it? This one, Liquid, what, 12k
It
lead?
seemed like they had a chance.
One fight is all it takes. This Disruptor, he just gets Static Storm up. They don't finish him off 100-0. And that was actually devastating because they lost literally everything. They got Mega'd, and from there, Gaming, a huge injection of gold as they can itemize to now deal with anything. Even if they lose their Disruptor at the start of the fight, they're too big. Dyrachyo standing strong.
Really was, and Quinn standing the
Even
strongest, 15-0-9, never dies. A hero obviously revealed as it usually tends to be rather early in the draft.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, now
they couldn't deal with it, though.
underrated
They couldn't deal with it.
It's gotta maybe be, it's that game 1 where you maybe want to test, hey, can we get this Timber Saw and stuff like that. It might be wrong, so if you might want to ban it, or you put even more attention, because we did see them go for like the Clockwork Shadow Fiend. It worked, I believe, earlier, so maybe we'll see if they go down that route next time, Liquid, or if they just get rid of it, because Quinn, he's just too much of a menace.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of back and forth in this game. Liquid, they looked like they were maybe going to be able to do it in the mid-game, but as it goes in the end, as it has done many, many times in the past, Gaming Gladiators, they'll take the victory in this game 1.
It's more than many, many times. Here I was, ready to break news. Wow. In all of these series that Liquid and Gaimin have faced off, Liquid has actually never won Game 1 every time that Gaimin wins the series. And that's
Match
the case yet
found.
again. Gaimin take a game number 1 once again, and this one may be a little bit more unpredictable than the way that Gaimin usually wins, because there's a reason why I was calculating Liquid outcomes, because they were like 15k up.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because it is what it is, but pauses in Dota, they really killed the entire flow of the game, and I don't want to say it's like why they lost, but you could definitely see the instant, like, everything was going well for them, and then right after the pause came out, you could tell that Gaimin, it felt like Gaimin had some discussion or something during saying, remember guys, this is what we were doing, this is the objective, here we're going, we have these items. I don't feel like that was done by Liquid.
The flow was slightly lost, it seemed, but even with losing the flow, I have to imagine that, like, you can't just lose a massive advantage like that even without making a few structural mistakes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here in this particular game is that, yeah, sure, around the pause time, they hit a critical timing for Celery, and that was the fact that he got the Aghanim Scepter online on this Disruptor. The biggest problem they had throughout most of this game was locking heroes down. They just pressed BKB and walked away. What did you have on Gaimin to stop that? And in the last fight there, they tried to kill Celery right when he got the Ags right after that pause, and they couldn't kill him. And then at the end, he got the Static Storm off with all of his other spells, and then all of a sudden, they get 2 kills and the game is blown wide open.
Yeah, the early game was also really, really close. I feel like both teams played very well, and all the small little mistakes, like how the Ember Spirit, he actually got abused because the Timber got level 6 first. He died one time. I think it was
weirdly
probably not planned, like he tried to.
Yes, weirdly I have to also say pause actually plays a big role in many games, because tactical timeouts are a thing in sports.
Okay, now I can kill you.
It's so as to kill off momentum. Like momentum snowball ചെയ്ത് തുടങ്ങിയാൽ പിന്നെ അത് പാടാണ്. So some people use pause not just to break the momentum. Like I mean, yeah, it's very common knowledge. I don't know why it can't be also applied to esports. Like they just had this big fight where they lost. I mean, yeah, granted the pause was due to technical reasons, but
pretty tanky hero even as support, but
still, it's
Dyrachyo
still
with Nullfire wailed on him. Batrider had no impact
very
in that
stupid
fight.
saying that the pause, like blaming pause is
ability to
stupid.
focus fire, and after that they kind of just
എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല, but anyways,
one by one falling down, and that was the fight that led
but
to
കൊള്ളാം, yes,
so
like
many megas
ഒരു അടിപൊളി
for
ഫൈറ്റ്.
GG.
രണ്ട്
This was the
ഫൈറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ ലൈക്ക് ഫോക്കസ്
we were
ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നു.
talking
അതിലൊരു
about the
ഫൈറ്റ്
matchup
ആക്ച്വലി
with
ഭയങ്കര
Juggernaut
രസമായിരുന്നു
against
ഇരുന്ന്
Terror. The
കാണാൻ.
matchup
അത്
is
ഇനിഷ്യേഷൻ
different
കണ്ടപ്പോൾ
right
ഞാൻ
now. It feels
വിചാരിച്ച്
like you can
ലിക്വിഡ്
actually get to
തോക്കുന്നു ആ
late game.
ഫൈറ്റ്, പക്ഷേ
Juggernaut can eventually win it.
ലൈക്ക് ഏജസ് ചീസ് വരുന്ന കളിയായിരുന്നു ജിജിക്ക്, എന്നിട്ടും ലിക്വിഡ് ആ ഫൈറ്റ് ജയിച്ചു. സോ ഇറ്റ് വാസ് വെരി ലിക്വിഡ് തോക്കും തുടങ്ങിയിരുന്ന ഫൈറ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. നോട്ട് ബിക്കോസ് ദേ ഹാഡ് ഏജസ് ഓർ ചീസ്, ഇറ്റ്സ് ജസ്റ്റ് ബിക്കോസ് യു നോ ബ്രൂഡ് മദർ ഭയങ്കര അഗ്രസീവ് ആയിട്ട് കയറി പോയായിരുന്നു ആ ഫൈറ്റിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ. സോ ഇറ്റ് വാസ് വെരി ലൈക്ക് ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ച ബ്രൂഡ് മദർ ആദ്യം മരിച്ച ആ ഫൈറ്റ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ഇതാവുന്നു.
But unfortunately, in the
Liquid
end,
knew
all
what
it
they
takes
were
is
doing.
one good team fight in Dota to turn a game, and that's exactly what happened on the back of the Static Storm and all these team fight heroes that Gaming Gladiators did have available. And Quinn, first pick Timbersaw, 15-0, most hero damage in the game. How do you beat this?
Well, this was a best of 5 experiment, so we were equally surprised that they let the Timber Saw through. And especially, not only did they let it go through, but Liquid prioritized the Broodmother over their own Timber Saw. And I have to imagine that'll be reevaluated, because this is about what we were expecting.
Quinn's just a momentum-based player, and Timbersaw's about the most momentum-based hero in all of Dota right now. Like, once he gets off the ground running, like, he has that Vanguard, you can't touch him.
Okay,
Like,
let's get going.
Quinn, at least he usually has to maybe crunch the numbers and be like, this is my limits, but in this type of game, the only play that Liquid seemed to have, even in the one team fight that they won that put them up by like 14k, they just let Quinn live. Like, they just leave him alone, ignore him for the entire fight, and eventually, once he gets these AoE control items, the Shivas, the Strength Link, also the Sheep Stick, like, no more ignoring him anymore, especially when those items are keeping you inside the Static Storm, and yeah, I mean, hats off to him. I mean, Quinn's a god.
I mean, we mentioned that how they picked the Bat Rider to deal with the Timber, but the Bat Rider, he was really fat actually. He got a blink, like he was just
I just realized
he got his blink really quick at 30 minutes, but unfortunately when he did his first move, he tried to dive mid tower with the Disruptor. They lost that fight, the bottom fight. I felt like they went a little bit too quickly. The Brood was like not ready to come to the fight.
Bring them
and
down.
that kind of like didn't ruin Queen's game. That was I felt like that move was supposed to ruin the Timbersaw's game.
As soon as they get that Bat Rider timing, then like, this is the whole reason why we picked this hero.
Yeah.
We need to capitalize it on it now, but it fell through, which this seems to be a consistent theme every single time this tournament. Whenever you pick these strategies that are so reliant on like one sequence having to happen, either it's like a timing-based draft where like, I need to be able to push high ground in 25 minutes, or it's I need to shut down this hero with this rotation, they don't seem to work.
Yeah, but you have to think about it. How many
planted.
supports that can actually do that at 30 minutes, you know, catch the
find
Timber?
you.
I feel like they were abusing the fact
One
that the
enemy
Firefly
remaining.
dealt so much damage, and you can jungle so quickly, and you get to the blink timing. I felt like it was a reasonable attempt to shut down the Timber with the Bat Rider.
It was worth a shot, but it seems that Gaiman has their magic as per usual. And Snare, I think he's got some magic going on in the crowd. Snare, what you up to right now?
There's a little bit of magic happening in the crowd, of course, but I am not
Jet,
alone.
don't slow down for us.
The wonderful
Our
Ayana
creatures
Resource, and I'm
move
with Gunner of Mount's fame. How you doing, fam?
I'm good. Enjoying the games. It's been fun.
So actually, what kind of feeling do you get when you're watching the games, like in the crowd, in the audience? How is it different from being in the actual lobby itself, playing the game?
Like, part of it sucks if you want to play, but it's always really fun. I think the winner of this is just inspirational, right? Either you're gaming and you just win everything, or you're Liquid and you just overcome. So I feel like I'll be inspired whoever wins.
Inspiration. Actually, speaking of inspiration, right? Do you think that maybe
Where are you?
one of the reasons why
Still waiting.
Europe is so dominant right now is because of so many
No
TI
charges.
winners that have come from this region, sort of like inspiring everybody else to try especially
Here.
hard, given that now it's a possible.
Yeah, I think so. It's also they have the most players, probably of any region, and I think the way they like play the game is just they try really, really hard to win. They do everything they can to win. You know, they have Tundra, they have all these kind of nerds, I would say, in terms of Dota, so kind of gives them the edge.
Okay. And you know, from Indonesia chilling, how are you enjoying Indonesia? What body
Missed me.
like for you? Especially since, you know, sadly y'all weren't participating in the playoffs. Have you had some time to just enjoy the resorts, check out the island?
Yeah, I have. I went to the beach. A lot of monkeys. Very fun.
Oh no!
Down A.
Why?
I don't know.
One enemy remaining.
Our sports psychologist asked us, he's like,
Satchel
what's
out.
your favorite
Satchel
animal?
out.
Monkeys.
The worst teachers who have ever existed. Haven't you had stuff stolen from you, food taken away?
That's
phones
it.
broken?
I've been fine. They were nice to me.
Nice
Monkeys are not
work,
nice
Lum.
teachers. Everybody who
All
likes
of you.
monkeys cannot be trusted. I'm kidding. So talk to me about this, right? This place, Indonesia, super sunny. It's quite a relaxing environment, right? As a player, do you think that's a benefit to being in the game? Like, given how nice this place is, does it help relax you, or do you get a bit more under pressure because you're like, man, I wish I was outside instead of inside playing Dota?
I've talked to players, and I've heard multiple opinions. Some are like, oh, it's nice in the mornings we can relax and go to the pool or something. And some are, I just am mad. I want to play Dota all day. So
Where
it
are
probably
you?
depends on the player.
Have you been
Still
eating anything
waiting.
in Asia? Like something that you haven't eaten before. Like, give us some reviews, some kind of food reviews of what's been happening.
My food reviews weren't that good. I ate a lot at the same restaurant, but
Oh, why?
I mean, it was really good food. It was just not very. I've just been playing a lot of Dota.
Makes sense. You don't like do anything too weird, right? Too outside.
Because you don't want to get like, sick.
There.
It's always a
Spike
question.
down,
You want
B.
to eat good food, but you don't want to get sick and you can't.
Sky healing.
Not a good time.
Yeah, I actually had food poisoning a little bit here as well, but I tried something. It wasn't Indonesian food. I had frog for the first time, and I was like, this was going to be a good experiment.
Heal up,
plot twist,
squad.
it was not
Out
a
of
good
healing.
Didn't work out for me. We went very south.
Opponent
But
will
you know,
hit
we're
the
here. We're still chilling.
Careful here.
One thing I'm also been very interested about, right? Why did you dye your hair black? Let's hear.
Why did I dye my hair?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think it was one of my friends had dyed hair, and I got invited to TI to work. And I was like, I want to look cool for TI, so I just did it. And it was like 4 years
Last
ago, 3
player
years ago, and I've
standing.
just kept it all the time.
Haven't you noticed that the every TI comes up with a new hair meta? Like we've had people
30
dyeing their
seconds
hair, we've had
left.
people shaving their heads off. What do you think is coming next?
I mean, the shave meta didn't really work that well last year, but who knows? Maybe it's like flip-flops, right? It was 2 years ago was the shave, then last year didn't work, and this year's bald again.
Okay, how about this? How about we try dreadlocks now?
Joke's over!
Who actually, of all the players that are in the scene right now, who do you think could pull off dreadlocks?
I don't know. I can't actually imagine
Show me where
any
to go.
players pulling it off. Who do you think anyone could pull it off?
I would pay money to see Arteezy with dreadlocks. That would be hilarious. Yeah.
I mean, he tried the bald. I'm sure he'll try anything he can to win.
Yeah, anything to try to win. So, God, wherever you're at, if you're listening right now, we need you to get some dreadlocks.
Reloading.
Everybody on the side of Shopify, get that going for yourself.
I will save.
But we're just chilling, we're just hanging out in the audience. We have a real set of games, though, that we're trying to witness. That's what we're here for. That's what everybody in the arena is waiting for. So before we get into it, Bali, are you loving this Dota?
Where are
That's what we like to hear. Game 2 is about to kick off here at the Bali Major Grand Final. So do not go anywhere. Team Liquid and at it once more. in just a minute.
Spike down A.
Thank you very much, Snare and Gunner. Although as much as I want to talk about the Dota, I am curious with the dreadlock meta. Wouldn't you just have to go with the players with the longest hair? Like this
Last
one on the
player
screen?
standing.
Is Gaiman? Do they have the longest hair of any team between him and Tofu?
Definitely up there. Well, Tofu. But Dyrachyo, he's got
Dyrachyo has long hair. That's true.
Yeah, Celery's like, it's not like they're exactly short, like, size okay,
That's bushy, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess the rest of Liquid not so much.
So then,
Aiden's
this
a little
is
bit.
the new hair meta. They were talking
Yeah.
about bald, they were talking about dye. Wait, actually, was Sumail, did he ever have his hair dyed during your TIs, Fear?
I don't know if it was during TIs, but he definitely had a phase where he would dye his hair.
Yeah, I remember the light blue.
ऑफ कर रहे हैं फेड आर्केड देखो आर्केड
He did it a
Watching
bunch.
here.
There was like a 1 year
Watching
time
here.
span where he just kept dyeing his hair. He wanted to look like some cool celebrities he liked at the time. We've all been through that phase, you know.
And then he tells you, come on, Dad, it's not just a
find
face,
you.
it's who I am.
I've been there. I tried to be like Eminem when I was a teenager.
Wait,
as well.
you had bleached hair?
I did. When middle school. Yeah.
I need to see these.
Dude, I would have paid good money
Do
to
I have
see
them
that.
on me? No. We'd have
like-
to go back to like
like-
my mom's
Like-
house and dig through the
I'll go wild Bedford, Oregon. I'm there, man. Bleached hair.
they exist.
That sounds worth digging for.
Winter, did you have any questionable teenage phases of your appearance?
Nope.
You were just a...
I've never dyed my hair. I've never colored my hair. I've never done anything with
Did
it.
you ever contemplate getting a tattoo at some point?
जॉब भी है
Nope. I've tried getting the the temporary ones where you stick on.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I got.
That's,
When
you're
you'll
very,
get to carnival or something.
yeah,
Here.
Very
देखो लगे
How do you know he
adventurous
doesn't
of you,
have any
Winter.
tattoos?
that's true. I can't verify for a fact. But yeah, we can get into game number 2 as these players are preparing, which for most of the other teams, I feel like we were able to get a pretty
30
straightforward
seconds left.
idea of like, okay, game 1, this was
Drop
the experiment that they ran, this is what they were okay letting go through. I don't know if it's as straightforward in 1, grand finals, 2, a best of 5, and 3, between these two teams specifically. Like, I would not be surprised if Damon gets Timbersaw again.
I mean, that's just the problem with Timbersaw, especially on
10
second pick,
seconds
is
left.
There's really no carries that feel fantastic to pick against it. All the ones they actually still lose the lane now because Timbersaw just clicks you really hard. He hits for 60 damage with items. That is something that Hero always lacks. So suddenly you see this hero that you don't know if it's going to mid lane or off lane, and it also is pretty uncounterable in one of those two lanes, and then it seems like a lot of people in the mid lane are just choosing to trade farm with it. I don't know. It's like you have to be able to trade farm with it in 2 different lanes. Like you have to pick from a small pool of heroes. It just pigeonholes you so hard in the draft.
I kind of like their idea, their approach. I just felt like the execution kind of let them down when Nisha made a mistake in the lane and when the Bat Rider gang failed. I felt like those two things just made them more powerful in the game, and eventually you're gonna have to choose what heroes you're gonna trade for the Timber. I kind of feel like their idea was fine, like trading the Brute for the Timber Saw and having the Bat Rider as an answer. It's just the execution that actually let them down. So I wouldn't mind seeing.
I've got your trail.
They just have to play better.
That simple.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're playing this game, it's inherently very difficult. It really has been and always will be with this team as long as they keep the way they place the same. You have to pick and choose your choice. You either play against their Brood with Ace, Sailor gets his Enchanters. Both these heroes can solo carry with these games. Are you going to play versus their Iolash or are you going to play versus Tender? There's not enough bans in the game.
I mean, would you rather play against the Iolash?
No.
And trade that for the Brute?
I don't think so. I think their Iolash is, to me, always been the scariest, because if you make 1 or 2 mistakes against Iolash, against Taming Gladiators, your base is gone in 20 minutes. And that's always a scary thing to do. For their ideas, maybe they can have a good laning stage against the Timbersaw, get a couple kills here and there. It can be very unpredictable,
30 seconds left.
But I think it just comes down to you need to pick a stronger hero against Quinn on this Timbersaw.
Well, both teams will have a little bit more time to formulate these ideas as we're going to go to a quick break. But when we return, game number 2 of the Grand Finals after this.
Don't sit down. We're not done yet.
You guys are really funny, by the way, not walking off. Just hold it on. Good troll, man. Good troll.
Why don't we have a seat? About stuff like this. I feel like we make a good material, like review team.
Oh, tofu.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Go. You have to start. It's like meat for you.
We'll just go. He doesn't need utensils. Like, I'm honestly hungry.
How would you rate it out of 1 to 12?
1 to 12? Actually, that makes sense. Tofu.
Where are
all the
you?
choices here to try.
Still waiting.
What's this? But it's like some peanut sauce. It's actually good.
Steak, whatever, I guess. Whatever looks interesting to you, I guess.
Alright. Does someone actually know? Whoa. Don't be so aggressive, man. Come on.
I have no idea what it is.
This is the finest. It looks like fish. It looks like fish. It seems like fish is actually going in, you know.
Tofu's hungry, dude.
Oh, he is hungry. We have to do something with it, right?
He's the most honest reviewer.
Okay, good.
एक beep.
For sure you're eating it. It's spicy also. Spicy? What? Did?
Spike down A.
Feel out of place to not eating right now.
Why are you not eating, Mark? Hell of yours.
Well, I'm not eating because I'm trying to maintain a strict diet of 1 meal a day. But I
Oh,
wish
but
I
again,
had the
yeah.
opportunity to try this food cooked here on this table. It looks absolutely beautiful. Best food in Bali. So meaning.
It's actually really nice.
Well, I imagine it is.
Genuinely.
No, I mean all the food out here. I imagine it
Last player standing.
taste is great, but the presentation is also.
Yeah.
That's true. So,
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds
वो
left.
ये पीक कर रहा है, पीक कर मत मत करो.
absolutely. I have a large variety of food, so I never get bored.
डिफेंड कर रहे हो कि अटैक कर रहे हो?
Try this. This is really
Okay,
nice.
we know the drill.
No, it's
Stick
like,
to your roles and we'll crush
watermelon,
it.
I think. Tofu, when do you start streaming?
I'm not sure. Like, I think streaming is honestly pretty cool in a way, but I think it's a big time commitment as well. True. Like, I don't want to do it just casually. But I'm sort of a pro player, so there's actually not much time for me to.
But what if you just stream
take all
like
this food.
the camera of your face while you're doing other things?
Like what? Cooking and eating?
Yeah, could it cooking and eating?
Dude, that's weird. I can cook. If needed. I see.
What about
Where are you?
I think that's cook during the I meant to get him. It's the best game. I don't know, the game's actually pretty awesome.
Joke's over! You're dead!
There, take them! Mark 1. Mark 3.
Thank you. Make here. You guys want to have someone?
Yeah, I want to have someone to...
Of course. Take it off. That went right in my ear. That's massive, dude. Yeah, I'm scared of bees, dude, so if it comes here, I'm out.
I'll pop it, don't worry.
Just don't hit a bee, it'll sting.
No, dude, I'll get it. One shot.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Small. That's fair, so some meat.
Hawk out!
Looks like chicken satay.
Flawless.
I'll kill it.
Hello, good afternoon.
I got your back. Just, you know, from the front.
That's one. We have the satay. This is the satay over. Switch to one. So what this is mixed satay. We use the snapper. Satay really thick. Snapper.
Snappers?
Yeah,
Fish, wow.
Wow.
So we're all wrong. All wrong. What's this one? So real
This is the pork rib. Becomes
taste for me. How does it taste? Describe. Fish. Want this barbecue sauce on top of it. Oh my god, absolute.
Do you know what?
Someone
I don't
knows?
know
Who knows what that is?
I've never seen that.
KB knows, right? Bro, it's snake fruit.
Snake fruit?
Yeah. It really looks like garlic. Like if you put an extra garlic, I feel like we're able to tell.
I'll find you. Still waiting.
You want to have the big boy?
There.
अरे आर्केड देख सकते हैं
Okay.
आर्केड
You guys prefer like a regular hotel over this?
Genuinely,
Enemy spotted B. Hold out! I feel like it's so nice now, like, to 15 minutes to get off photo, like walking in the team, it's like, it helps you relax, whereas like when you're in a random hotel, somewhere in the world.
Just put in negative photos like yeah.
अरे साइड
Target dead.
Yeah.
The landscapes.
इसका 120
30 seconds left.
Jet's grounded.
Yeah.
Here.
But it's not even like a vacation area, but
Last player standing.
I would love to do that.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
So I've never been to Seattle TI, and I'm definitely hyped about it. I feel like it's cool that it's back to like where it started.
Yeah, me neither. So
Yeah. Poly's a friend place where you can very easy. That's what I've learned today. Even the most intimidating and famous people become your friends. Quick meal.
we're quick we also don't hang out in this group of people usually.
How they
but knows like I think was actually right, you get first pick. You guys see me around in the pool? I'll hop in with you.
Well, this has been the boys trying out some nice food in Bali at the Ayana estate. Signing out here from the lads and shout out to Bali. Still, I feel I'm rusty. I'm rusty. Good. How long do you think we have to hold each other for? That's all for today.
Screens
I've
are
got your
everywhere.
trail.
You can be anything you want to be with them. Screens don't replace reality, and they give you the opportunity to live two lives at once. Your own and your heroes. See how they become champions. And win with them.
Planted. One enemy remaining.
Winners of the International. OG. Team Spirit. One is dead. If you are with us, you win.
Save the day. Easy. Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Brakes?
Open it with you.
Finally. Some points on the board.
Time to work. Get
You
out
want
of my
to play?
way.
Let's play.
Where are you?
अरे इसका heal दे
My ult is ready.
heal Sky
Joke's over. You're dead.
drop
There.
करूँ ना अब एमिन ऑफ में छोड़ दिया
Where are
और कर लो अब 2 एमिन क्यों
30 seconds left.
दोनों एमिन
Bring them down.
Last player standing.
लेफ्ट से ले ले टाइम इज शॉर्ट ऑन द स्पॉट
10 seconds left. Last round before the switch.
We're not coming back.
Can I get a drop? Can I get a drop?
I'll find you. Mark 2.
Mare, take them! I'll bring them down. Take hold. Enemy spotted B.
Where are you?
Bomb buddy out.
There.
Remove.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Spot on here. Okay, we're done.
Switching sides.
You're up. Stay safe. We're going back in.
മൂന്ന് മിനിറ്റ് അടുത്ത ഗെയിമിന് ഡ്രാഫ്റ്റ് തുടങ്ങുന്നത്
Spikes here.
Watching here. 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 Need a drop. Careful here. Gun here.
I'll find you.
Sky's out.
I have the spike.
Here. Enemy spotted B. Here.
Bring them down.
एक टावर
What's up, everybody? It's Bali time. You ready to get your Bali on?
Last player standing.
Enemy spotted B.
Ballying out.
So hard right now.
That's what I thought. Winter. It's Bali time.
It's Bali time at the beach.
It's Bali time at the beach.
What is it here though?
It's grand finals time.
Isn't this where the land meets the sea?
Hashtag where land meets sea.
Hashtag fear.
Fear.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Hashtags all around everywhere. Game number 2 of Team Liquid versus Gaming Gladiators is upon us. Shortly.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Soon.
It's here.
I feel like there's not enough suspense.
They're loaded up. I mean, I feel like that last game would have been a lot more epic without like that pause. So I think we're gonna come into this like and realize that these two teams are giving us world-class Dota 2 action because that's what got them here. Neil, know that? They had to play well together.
It is world class.
It is.
That's why we call our
find
final
you.
tournament the international. Because the whole world gets involved.
That makes sense.
It's not just Western Europe. Contrary to popular belief.
That's only once you get to the final four.
Yeah, that is just Western Europe. All right, game number 2 is underway. We've banned Morphling twice. No, just kidding. It's Morphling and Broodmother. Will Timbersaw make it through? Winter, give me the prediction.
No.
No, we're gonna ban out Timbersaw because Game and Gladiators, they have first pick. Then I suppose the other question is, will Team Liquid continue banning out the Enchantress because that was their other selection?
I think we're gonna see.
Chamber 8 HP, 149.
You think they're taking it?
Last player standing.
Which team?
Probably better for you go Enigma plus support.
Liquid has 6-7. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
I think Liquid will be the only team that may play. Game and hasn't played it even once so far this tournament, so
that's true.
Seems very unlikely that they may be the ones to take it.
These parasites
But
aren't
you want
going
to
to
give
take
Enchway
one
if you want to
step
play Enigma,
past
is
this
the
place.
question. I feel like that's not the smartest play when you play against a team like Game and Gliders, who use their advantage better than any other team in Dota right now, so giving them an early head start, and this is why you ban the Enchantress almost every single time, because they realize he is the one player that can take over a game as a pos 5, but they're going to leave
Watching
in the pool.
this spot.
More experimentation happening, and Timber is left in the pool, so you have to make a choice.
Yeah, and one change up compared to the previous game. Because Liquid is second pick, they did not opt to ban out
Enemy
the
spotted
Lesh
A.
because there's no way that Gaiman can get IO and Lesh in this first phase guaranteed. Or if they do, you'll at least see one.
Find you.
Ever a world where like if they go for Timbersaw, they might just go higher Lesh as a response.
Because they get what, Timber and Enchantress?
Plant the spike.
There it is.
They have been practicing it in the lower bracket. One of it, they cross Tundra with it. But can you beat the IO Lesh team itself
But drop
with their
it,
own strategy? That is the question.
To be fair, on that Liquid draft, they also had Timbersaw,
There.
and they also had Bloodseeker, and they also had Windranger, which have also been very top-tier heroes.
Yeah.
So, Gaiman are probably the most familiar with an IO Lesh strike strategy in the entire world.
Weapon here.
They have solutions to it.
Yeah, I think the
Last
reason
player
IO Lesh
standing.
is like so powerful right now is because
Chill
of
out.
the presence of the map that you have with the mid laner. We talk about
One enemy remaining.
and IO Lash as well. Like you can even be like you don't really need, but you have the presence of the relocate to pressure the side lanes. That's why it makes the game really difficult to play. And gaming once again, they're still
My stuff has
two of the
malfunctioned
force
yet.
that can occupy the side lanes, pushing out the waves to deal with this map presence from the IO Lash. And also Terrorblade, you're gonna build a Skadi, so eventually you're gonna be really good at dealing with the Lash in the team fight.
Yeah, it's important to note though, Scotty no longer going through BKB, so it actually gives Lesh a play against the Scotty Terrorblade. In the past, I think that was actually what caused Lesh the most issues. Was
So you think you should buy Skadi
Their
right
fears
now? Normally you don't want to
betrayed
get
them.
I'm saying, I don't even, I'm sure you probably still do, because it reduces the healing on IO, if like you hit IO with it too, so...
No, what I meant is you are saying that the Lesh buy Skadi.
Yeah, you can buy it, because you're also against Timbersaw, so I think like 4th item
Where are
BKB
enemy
totally makes
spotted?
sense. There's probably going to be a window where Terrorblade has Scotty and Lesh might have his BKB just yet. But at the end of the day, like what makes Lesh so strong right now is the fact that BKB is only 50% magic resistance. Like, also buff this hero. You know, Leshrac had his 1 or 2 months where we didn't see him in competitive. And if you read 7.33D, there's just 4 buffs for Leshrac. Most notably for me, the 20 damage on level 1.
One enemy
All
remaining.
of a sudden, he's able to secure
Real
CS at level 1 and
Main.
virtually everything. His problem hasn't
Get out
been
of my way.
He's always looked really good in the lane because all the buffs that he has received. His issue has been farming and keeping his mana up. And I think teams are realizing that IO kind of fixes that problem. And when you do pick this combination together here, like you make IO
Last player
normally you just
standing.
won't see this here. I think the only time you're picking IO
Blinded.
is
Lower.
with this Leshrac. And I do like the fact that Gaming Gladiators do decide they go for the Terrorblade right away. Might not be as good with the Scotty against the but most of the time you don't really
Don't even
early
try.
on, most people think, hey, Illusion Hero versus Leshrac. I don't think that's how
I'm no
TV works at
doctor,
all. I think he's one of those
but I
heroes
can patch a
that's
bullet
much
hole
like
or two.
Leshrac. You
Let
just
me know
want
if
to
you
get in
need
there,
healing.
and being a hero like TB gives you that damage to burst Timbersaw might help that a lot here. So they picked 2 hard punching heroes right away from Gaming Gladiators. I think their objective is to not let this Flash be able to run in, because if he dies right away, then this combo won't work.
So the Lash is definitely gonna need like heroes that can set up the fight for him. So he's gonna need like some Clockwork, Spirit Breaker kind of heroes. I mean, Spirit Breaker plus IO is definitely something that's very...
You want to play? Let's play.
Arcade रहता है देख लो.
Always threatened with the relocate. That's something that comes to my mind right away. They've removed the Enchantress.
Spirit Breaker maybe? It's looking like a really good dark
that's his Spirit Breaker.
I've got your trail.
I have the spike. But they like to go for the Rubik. I see a lot of teams, they just like Rubik.
Where are you?
All the special is really good against the people.
I think it's somewhat of a deny pick too, because Rubik's really good against Flash.
Plant the spike!
Especially as a stranger to the hero. I think
Joke's over!
Dead! Liquid picking out. They picked twice this tournament, but Gaming Gladiators was the only team that's first rounded it. Liquid was always taking it in the second round when they were on first pick. So it's basically them saying, like, we have to take this now or never, because otherwise we're going to have to ban it up. Just a lot of respect to a combination that Gaming Gladiators won right now on at this tournament. The only team they lost to was EG.
One enemy remaining.
In the entire group phase. I have to imagine something wonky happened in that game. But, I mean, this is all about the lanes. It's like, you got to secure your Timbersaw, you have to secure his, like, mid-game momentum, you have to secure the Terrorblades early game. Undying is the best hero to do that for sure.
And on
Anyone
top of that,
feeling generous?
You're playing against a relocate, so you want to then make your
Teşekkürler.
team group up together. At some
Thank
point
you.
you get ganked, and Undying is actually perfect for that. Like you mentioned, you're going to win the lane with Undying, and then you're also going to be able to group up together to get Roshan. We've seen like how Gladiators won one of the games really quickly with Terrorblade.
Let's make 'em dance.
I think with the Undying and the Timber, they can easily replicate that game. You push really early, and you just don't give the IO a chance to farm the map and split you up.
I'll find you.
I've seen time and time
Still
again
waiting.
the best way that you can deal with IO left is
Reloading.
make it feel like you're not invincible.
Bring them
One
down.
or 2 ways. The first way is you just can't kill this Lash Shark. He kills
Bring
everyone,
them
kills all your
down.
base, and you lose the game. Or he runs in, feels like he can die, and then you just lose. And running into an Undying result terribly is a good approach, I think, for taking this game. I still do think that if Liquid managed to find some other hero, specifically the Dark Sphere, in a game like this, that could be very, very potent.
But it just makes me even more confused why pick Rubik. Rubik is helping IO left survive, spells being provided, and
One
really
enemy
the
remaining.
only hero that you cared about stealing spells at least before the Lion got picked. Now that Lion's on the board, somehow Rubik's
I seem to underlook a little bit sometimes. I like to value Rubik terribly just for the fatal damage reduction. These type of heroes, those are still what's going to go for the Dark Sphere. I think that was their best possible pick.
Yeah, hard counter against TV. The illusion. Any hero that spawns a good illusion, Darkseer has always been good against him. What's also important to note is heroes that clear the wave melee range. Because generally speaking, illusions on Terrorblade will clear a wave for free come like 10-15 minutes in the game. But against Ion Shell, it'll generally kill them faster than the illusion itself will kill the wave. So it's kind of like the tug of war, but in reverse. You know, you're pushing. Like who can push the lanes a little bit harder, and now you kind of nullify the Terrorblade doing that, at least in one half of the map.
Bring them down.
Drop back.
Where are you? Bring them down.
You feel like you're really, really strong.
Plant the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Other cost to create too much for themselves. You want them to really focus.
Spike planted. My ult is ready.
Is there like any world where he actually goes like the Vanguard Ags build? Just against like, you know, it's not very effective against Timbersaw to go these aura items because he's pure damage through and through. I was just wondering, like, is he potentially the setup for relocate and team fights and all that kind of stuff on the side?
With the axe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could do that, but I feel like you still need to play for the Lash. I think in the team fights, there's still like a good amount of like magic damage from the Lion, and Crimson is definitely still pretty good against the Terrorblade.
Yeah, for sure.
Here.
I'd definitely rather see the Crimson in a game like this. Then eventually you're gonna get the Ags, right? But I think if you do it really early in this game, it might be hard to just get in there and punch the TB. with a Lion in the game.
I always wonder when you have a hero like Io and Darkseer, who goes to Greaves. Like, maybe Greaves will come out on Io, or maybe he'll go Holy Locket.
Yeah, you can get Locket.
I think Locket's like you go Locket and I think Glimmer Cape if you have a Greaves Fire, and then you hit this crazy timing, right? Where Greaves, Locket's on Lion, you got a Glimmer Cape, maybe a Force Staff on the Rubik, and that's my favorite style of Dota right now, and it's something that Gaimin usually wins with. In the last game, Gaimin had more auras as well. They itemized for it. They had the Greaves as well, and the Pipe. In this particular game, they're probably going to have something similar, picking all these heroes that can heal and ball up, but Liquid are matching them blow to blow with having these high tempo heroes.
Spike's here. I'm still waiting. Take them! I've got your trail.
They have enough damage right now to deal with the left, or they can pick like another off-lane hero to buy
I really like the Njan, to be honest. Like, it's one of the few heroes that, no matter how much the Leshrac has, no matter how many auras the Darkseer has, she can focus fire you down if disabled. And they do lack a bit of single target damage on Gaimin. They have like the initial 1500 damage from like the Timbersaw spells and the Lion Finger, but if Lesh does manage to get his health reset with these beginning items you guys mentioned, they don't have too much to finish him off.
I'll find you.
It also means that
Still
by banning out Quinn, Liquid are
One enemy remaining
for Timbersaw being offlane as opposed to just Quinn. But I'm assuming we're going to see an
Still big on Beastmaster in these type of games. Like, I would have wanted to see it last game too, where it's just this kill one guy. Like, and that's what you need to do right now. It's a lot of damage. It's an aura. What are they showing there? Tango.
Duracio's feeling it.
We move as a unit.
Yeah, it's not even his hero. He's feeling it real hard.
Last thing I need
Whose
is
hero
some
is it?
hero
Is
messing
it
things up.
Okay, so off-lane Timbersaw. Just saying, Shadow Fiend's still in the pool for Liquid if you want a tempo carry that can do well
Ayo,
against
Lesh,
Timbersaw.
Rubik, Darkseer, Appartha, Pango, Lion, Undying, Terrorblade,
It's not great for
Timbersaw.
Terrorblade, but it is good versus Timber. I think it could work. What the carry would you want here then?
Watching this
I was gonna say, I feel like I don't
Careful
love
here.
it, but I
Here.
would want the Luna, I think.
Team P plus
Yeah,
Kaya.
I think that you're gonna prioritize
Clear,
tempo
clear.
again. I'm not saying I like it as like I'm super excited to pick it, but
They have played it. It is high tempo. I think I would like this guy. If Timber is ever in a situation where he just hero is one of those heroes he's either amazing, you can't kill him, and he's killing you with some or what does he have at that point? He can't do the damage. He's like trying to catch up.
Last player standing.
Does have, you can always fall back to doing stacks, but I think that puts you in a pretty good position if you can force them back in that way. And Quinn, he's picking up his Tango, which is one of the heroes that does pretty well versus Lesh throughout the game. If you get level 6 by the time Lesh gets level 6, you can just fight him head on with the Rolling Thunder. Doesn't have to worry about all that magical damage. And he deals with the wall illusions too, to some degree too.
Another alternative, Drow Ranger, also available as a anti-TP.
Need a
hero.
drop.
I don't love it against Timbersaw. It's like better later if Timber's mid, but in the lane, you eventually can't hit him. You just have the Vanguard. It's really rough on Drow unless you can punish them like super early levels. And since he's got a Rubik
I'll
and
find you.
I'm not like too keen
Still
on.
waiting.
Pretty similar to Lash in the game. Like I feel like they are very similar heroes of what they want to do. I think that they need like a melee hero that can run in, protect the left.
Bring them down.
Iron Chunks run in front. Ideally like
Bring them down.
Primal Beast.
Whoa, carry Lesh?
Yeah, carry Lesh.
I'm actually
There.
down for that. I don't even know why I didn't think of this. Like, Lesh is really nice against Timbersaw. They picked it originally.
One
from
enemy
mid.
remaining.
Timbersaw is now off.
And there's not many good options from the carry left. Most of it are banned, so it actually kind of makes sense to play a very, very fast tempo
They're
game,
going
and
to
this hero
scatter
can
from
really
my
abuse
stuff.
the Iron
Super
Shell, the
easy to
lineup
pick
is
off.
incredibly fast. It deals all the illusions.
And he's going to step all over a Pango mid.
Apparently the ult cancels
Okay.
wall. Like the second you
കളി
use
തീർന്നു. I mean,
Primal
series
Beast
തീർന്നു.
Strike
11 win ആയി. So
on Pango,
total
winning roll
16
doesn't
win
just
കിട്ടി.
stun him through BKB, but it also ends it.
Get out of there, right? Get out of there.
Yeah,
slams him out of the roll.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And on the other hand, this gives them a really, really sharp timing with the
They
draft. They don't really
are
have much room for error. Everything has to go perfectly from the lane towards minute 20.
You want to
Give
play?
themselves-
Let's
Where
play.
Yeah, there's one guy I really
Still
like.
waiting. Enemy spotted. Mark one.
Big fan of
Bring them down.
him as well. I think it's a really cool pick by Team Liquid here. I'm excited for the draft, even if it doesn't work. I think it's a really unique and creative way to address what Game is doing with their last picks.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I think it has the potential to work, but if it does manage to get that late game scenario and you can't actually find this Pango and cancel his role, clear all the illusions, same with the line with the shard, and Jirachi will probably carry the game there.
Yeah, eventually Liquid's gonna run out of damage. They can't really deal with the terror. Before minutes end, they'll have like a really good opportunity to run over the map. If they get good lanes, abuse the runes with the primal beast, set up kills, and the Lash is gonna snowball. That's what.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Very Lush ever.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, you do the same build as you do as a mid. Like you're just
last player standing.
It's only possible with IO. Like you can't do this here otherwise because you have health issues without the bottle.
So does that leave us at a standoff where Timber and Lush are just staring?
Once Lush gets 6, he can actually bully you out. To get rid of the Timber outside of the lane. But if it really comes down to who hits 6 first in that lane.
Match point.
Let's get ready for game number 2 of this grand finals, everybody. It's time for OD Pixel and Fogged.
I'm actually
Quid and Gaming Gladiators. Fog, this time round, we're getting sort of the adaptation from the Liquid of it during the draft to take this Lesh to the safe lane, at least have Mickey play it this time round. But what does this sort of say to you from what Liquid's going to go for this game, and do you think it's going to be enough to be able to take a game off Gaming Gladiators?
I mean, it just shows we're all in. You know, this is all early game dominance, all early game to deal with pressure and shut down gaming to prevent them from getting to that late game status with this Timber, with this Tower Blade that we saw them do last time. Let's see, it's going to be a lot of execution and playing clean. The lineup that can really
spike down.
Really, so I think we're watching some like very crisp, clean play, but they are set up. This primal last pick actually addresses kind of all 3 cores are pretty nice. So we'll see what type of game Nisha has, and let's hope he doesn't go late game. That was a little bit of a weird one.
Last player standing.
What sort of approach he has this time round? Ready? Nice. Hiding in the trees will be spotted out by Insania and Mickey.
Sneaky. Yeah. And yeah, we have a lot of cool little back and forth things that we see that Gaming did go for, because the Darkseer pick, it seems like they almost knew. You know, they probably expected it to be coming because they picked this TP so early. They didn't ban it out. Very good answer. So they're going to take the Lion, so they'll have the Mana Drain, and then they're going to have the Pango also to deal with that wall illusion. Let's see how it all ends up going.
See the stun on Insania. I'll be able to tether across. The grenade out, stun. It's going to hold back Celery. Insania should be fine. Quite a bit
sudden
of
death.
A hit there from that attempt. Gaming Gladiators. To a piece hit.
IO always has to be careful a bit versus Timber.
Oh, yes. They are body blocking him off a little bit from the creep wave. Trying to get Tofu in range for the stun.
Back under the tower. They're starting them low. That's the important thing here in this lane. Tofu might actually just die here.
And indeed, he stuck around a little too long to throw that. Oh my, wait, what?
What?
The stick charges?
The high five?
Nah, they still got him. First blood. Go the way of Mickey.
Watching this.
That was almost like, oh no, we didn't go for him. They're actually going to get the Observer Ward too.
Careful here.
How many stick charges also? 6 wand charges onto Mickey. IO does have to be careful in this game of being played. There's a lot of Timber saw one of the better answers throughout all history. Now it's universal, of course, on the IO, but still kind of similar. The damage that.
Dish hop.
Where are you?
Have to be careful on it.
Reloading.
Korea.
Bring them down.
He was just got a fresh set of tangos.
Gonna be looking forward to see how this mid matchup and everything goes down. Quinn was in absolute menace last game, could not die. Let's see if he's gonna have something similar this game. We know how Quinn's Pango can sometimes
Finish drop.
But his versus Prime.
Yeah, definitely one of those mid heroes that can outplay a Pango, right? If you're not too careful to swatch.
Last player standing.
Prime was in on top of you.
GG.
This is a Quinn fan.
Defenders win.
We'll have to see. Is he going to make those mistakes? Is he going to get caught? Is Nisha going to find those up? So far, Quinn having a really good time in mid. 10-5.
Yeah, he is.
He's even bullying Nisha a bit.
Nisha coming out. Okay.
Yeah, he's good. Impressive first few waves, though, from Quinn.
See if Nisha's able to sort of stabilize it a bit here, but absolutely every reason to believe that Quinn could be on the start of something good once again here in this matchup.
Ratio is also getting a fair bit of denies. He has a big wave coming in under him, so we'll be able to catch up on those last hits. But yeah, for Liquid, this game, it's really all about clean plays, fast early aggression, and really trying to dominate and take over the map early, getting these aura items so they can pressure and pressure. It has to be the name of the game for them. Unless they have some big lead, you can almost, like, it's like at 35 minutes or something. That's going to be where it perhaps gets scary if Liquid doesn't have that lead.
I mean, do Gaming Gladiators have good heroes to bring to towers and just slow Liquid down, even if Liquid do get a good start from the lanes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely do. It depends on how the Timbersaws farm is, but they also have an Undying, so yeah, I would think that they do have ways to fight around it pretty early here. And Quinn, if he has such a good early game, if he has such a good laning phase, that Rolling Thunder is very, very annoying for something like Lash and Io. Little clever move there from Nisha. Takes the top bounty node, and then going to TP bottom and grab this bounty node.
Okay, yeah, I think he only misses out, so one way. Bottom lane, Tofu, he's going to get taken down again.
Nicely done. Level 2 Lightning, super strong.
Has to be careful trying to trade with Mickey.
They also, I believe, yeah, they did get the healing Lotus down here. So Mickey shouldn't really die by any means down here. He should have a absolutely free time on the Lesh. Insania maybe dies once here, but with the healing Lotus, it becomes a lot more difficult for you to ever really pressure this Isle Lesh lane. And who got the Lotus in the top side? I think it was, yeah, Zai. So Liquid were able to claim both Lotuses.
Water in Boxy. He's going to show up mid. If Quinn steps up, Boxy might be able to catch him by surprise.
Oh, this is a cool move. He's at least going to body the rune away from him, so Quinn, he might need a fill up or something.
He's still got a few tangos at least to rely on. So he'll have the health to stick around in the mid, but I'll have to be aware every time that Boxy goes missing from that top lane that something might be being attempted for by Liquid.
Just impressed with the denies. I mean, the animation on Pangolier is, of course, very, very good, but 8 denies. He's got I don't even know how many of these range creeps. I see Nisha, like, trampling on it, and Quinn, I think, just walked up and snuck the deny again, I think, for the 3rd or 4th time that I saw. 2-0.
Top lane, Zai. Go for the vacuum. Send him the surge to get away from the zombies.
Boxy.
There's a lot of zombies
try to walk
on
him down. Boxy could be in trouble.
More hits he can get in underneath the tower. Yeah, Boxy, he's gone. He's gone. I mean, Zai's also still very, very low, hiding in the trees. Dratch is going to see if he can try and find him. Cut the tree line.
He's on him.
He's very close, and yeah, he's going to be able to get him. The reflections back up. The last right click, actually not enough.
Not enough.
Ring of Health from the one, that will save Zai. Zai able to escape, only just though. Dratch getting so close to nearly being able to take that Darkseer down.
So much aggression from Duracho. Love that he just goes like, yeah, Boots, you're just playing versus this Darkseer, you can dance around the Iron Shells. So you've got an Undying with you, so you can go this early game Boots because you have the strongest 5 position in the game. 2-1. Primal still farming very well. See who's going to hit 6 first. I think yeah, Quinn should be able to hit it just slightly sooner.
Yeah, got a few of those early denies, and from Nisha's side of things, he's definitely been having a bit of a helping hand from Boxy.
Yeah.
Let's see if that earlier water in, and Boxy, of course, coming back in just now to refuel his bottle.
They're going for him. 6
Let's see if they have enough with the pulverize. Can he escape this, Quinn?
Nope.
He cannot. Nisha onslaught stairs, able to knock him down before the Rolling Thunder can go off.
Great moves from Boxy.
Zane was also joining in the mid, so Liquid really piling up the pressure on this mid lane, bringing in both supports, making sure that Quinn does not have an easy time.
Yeah, Boxy, really, he's understanding, like, yep, he dies top, and then he's like, whatever, I'm just going to stick around mid. They have kill threat, and even going to get some tower damage here with this catapult. No rotation from the early Gaming Gladiator supports this time around. Usually they do make those early moves, especially around the 4 and 6 minute power run if they see an opportunity, but Liquid, faster here. Good laning start for them, 2k lead right now.
Nisha and Boxy waiting on the high ground. They're going to be able to catch Celery, stepping back over towards the top lane, lift up with the telekinesis. That's another kill for Liquid. Same time down bottom, Ace and Quinn, they're attempting to go for Mickey, but Mickey is able to sidestep the Rolling Thunder, and now...
He may turn.
Yeah, they've got to be careful. Mickey's getting fueled up by Insania. Looks like he won't have enough damage to threaten them, but at the least it's just wasted time for Quinn, as he's not able to pressure Mickey in the way that he hoped for, turning it towards the bottom.
Very ideal start here for Liquid, exactly how they want this to kind of be going here. Zai, Arcane Boots are finished, so he can keep Boxy on the map. Boxy, go towards Zai. He's running away from him. Gets the Arcane Boots on him. That's going to be important for Boxy to be able to play around Nisha even more, just keep that mana pumped up. See if Gaming looks to break their lanes a little bit here. They're going to look for a smoke to try to do something here to fix this, because a 3k lead already from Liquid. It's looking good here this start.
That's absolutely what they need to be able to roll with this lineup.
Yep. All about that tempo, speed versus greed.
Can they get ace? They get the setup stun, and he has got Celery and Tofu waiting behind him, and yeah, Nisha's going to pull back from that. Doesn't want to go charging in under the tier 1 tower.
Not with the risk versus an Undying. Tombstone can just really just ruin you right there, so yeah, not going to go for it.
And Duraccio's still kind of being able to hold his own on this top lane.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Zai and Boxy have been able to get right around the tower to really pressure him as of now. Boxy trying to get some sort of angle.
Yeah, because he's like, where are the supports? They're not playing around Duraccio, they're probably playing around bottom. So
North Guardian.
set up for this.
They're bringing Nikkei into Seniors as well. Vacuum drag back into reach of Nikkei. Can they get the stun in time? Looks like they can't. Celery, he's going to be able to turn up, drop the tombstone. Duraccio, he's...
stun's off the mark.
He's still alive. Duraccio's able to walk this off. An attempt there from the 4 members of Liquid, and it gets them nothing. Duraccio's able to walk out alive.
I mean, they got a tombstone, but that stun just whiffing Duraccio. I thought they would just be able to walk him down there. Slip up there from Liquid.
Duraccio plays it cool then, and gets away.
How does he live there? Definitely bailed out by Celery, but Celery now, he is lingering up top. This time he should be.
He's on his own. Tried his luck to stick around for a few more creeps as the wave comes in.
He gets the 2 range creep.
Back to base for him. Up top, I mean, they're looking for Duraccio. Nisha tried to see if he could catch Duraccio whilst he was jungling this area, but did not have enough damage on his own. Still got the regen rune pumping though, so it doesn't lose too much from that attempt. And heads straight back to mid lane to continue to hold the wave and make sure that there's not a chance for Quinn to start putting pressure onto his own tier 1 in the mid.
Some really good pressure here from Nisha and Boxy in particular. Keeping that speed up here. I mean, around the mid tower, they're thinking about it.
Boxy's trying to get the wrap around onto Quinn, but Quinn's got Tofu by his side, so Tofu will manage to hold back Nisha. They're under the tier 2. Nisha and Boxy can't lift the play anymore.
Look how much reaction it's causing, though. Gaming is all clustered around the mid lane. Duraccio low. They're not really playing the lanes right now, and it's looking really nice for Liquid. Nisha even pulling the lane and maximizing. He finds himself a stack.
Land starters.
And of course, queuing up the right item. He has the BKB queued up immediately.
And Duraccio is sort of baiting there because he does have Sunder. So he's in that little bit of a spot in the trees. Again, 4 heroes heading up, but they won't catch or kill Duraccio.
And look, he
step ahead
to the tower. He doesn't even TP to base, so he's like, all right, I can still walk into the jungle a little bit. But they're getting slowed down quite a bit. I mean,
and
the
they're getting
still hurting.
Hey, Liquid, you know, with this pressure,
5K lead.
It is speeding up at the exact pace that Liquid will hope for when they're running this Lesh IO in the safe lane.
Power Ruin. It's going to spawn bottom. Quinn will be able to set that one up. Supports. Level's still definitely sharp.
Artemis is a default skin now,
so if they can take him out. He's pretty beefy here with the Vanguard, and he's got plenty of 1 charges. So indeed, he'll be A-OK as Ace is underneath the tower. Rest of game Gladiators on the DD room for Quinn. Their mid-tier 1 tower also taking quite a bit of a beating. So Liquid, they can probably look to pull more people over towards this mid. I mean, depends. If you're Liquid now, are you looking for this tier 1? Or are you still trying to make moves on this top half of the map, trying to hunt down Duraccio?
I think you just hunt for heroes. You have Relocate online. Yeah, I don't know how much you need to just push forward to get this tier 1 now, because you could put yourself into a weird situation like back in around it. You're playing into Stone, so I'd imagine if they can set up with a Relocate with the Primal Beast, that's probably the ideal. And they're probably going to hunt Duraccio. On the flip side, Gaming, they're going to look for their own moves, trying to catch. It's usually how you want to play versus those IO lineups. You hunt the area while they're trying to set up for these Relocate games. That's what they're trying to do here, but he's going to
see if they can get him this time round. Vacuum, but Quinn, he's there with the backup, and multiple TPs are coming in. Liquid not able to find the clean initiation that they hoped for to start this off. Duraccio will get caught by
big charge.
Able to finish him before there's any chance of a Sunder to come off. He'll turn with the Pulverize as well. On towards Ace. Ace able to get the Timber Chain off to cut down Zai. Mickey, he's trying to finish off Quinn and Ace, but he cannot do so. As Liquid, they'll lose 2 for their attempt to take down Duraccio.
Get the 1, and now he's actually going to get the clean up.
Way back across. He's got the control onto Ace. Ace, he's got back up. The response coming in Duraccio. Really he's got the fight. Tofu, he hits the Hex on towards Nisha. The stun as well. The third with the finger. Tofu and takes Nisha down.
He just got 6, I think, off like a 3%.
He's able to finish off Ace there with that final bit of burst. He tries for a very cute little TP out. He won't succeed as he does die. But some messy fights. Boxy, he'll be happy with that snipe on the way out, though, taking Ace.
Supports on the side of Gaming Gladiators, though, definitely very happy. Tofu getting the cleanup of Celery. He almost has a mech after that fight. So started pretty nice there for Liquid, and then they get the 3rd kill, and then it's being pretty good for the end there, especially since they're behind against traits in this fight.
Starting to get sort of slowed down whatsoever by Gaming Gladiators. Jirachi gets the time to pass. We get a concern with its
Primera sangre.
Really fast.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, those kills, Gaming Gladiators, they're fully aware that they've got to be ready to set up for that.
Liquid have some big timings here. They can save your mech done, mid-game fight still finished, very similar. They can keep looking to play fast and punish this. Gaming, they're a little bit requiring like even the Iron having figure up in some of these team fights to get some burst. Let's have a bit of a moment, especially
the Liquid have got the 1 mid.
Diracho again here. We'll accelerate things for sure.
Nice tackle. Knows exactly where Diracho is as well. The scans hit. We're going to have Nisha try and find the setup here. It's actually Zai that opens things up with a wall drop down. They get in with the charge forward of the onslaught, the pulverize as well. Catch for Liquid. Keep this momentum in their face.
Level 8 so far.
In the fight, Gladiators take it. The fight down at the start with only really Tofu and maybe Quinn if he gets the Rolling Thunder off. Kind of interrupt, get on top, blow up really terrible.
Yeah, until they have more items in. Like with Salary's able to get like a shard, potentially, right, and grab allies, maybe something that'll help them right out. But yeah, it's starting to be right really nicely for themselves, pressure lane. Yep. They're not over-pressuring, not like overreacting to stuff. They are getting some really good farm when they back up the pick. Almost has fully good travel. It's gonna be a good game for them. They're gonna get the as the game progresses,
They know that Gaming Gladiators were starting to approach them down in the bottom lane. Nisha and Boxy there in the smoke.
Nisha.
Un enemigo ha sido asesinado.
They're getting out of this stick around this fight. It's certainly going to be on Liquid's turn. Liquid are approaching with this two-man smoke. This is not an Insania.
It's not an easy fight for Gaming Gladiators to take here. Meta is used already. Full extension of Liquid.
Watch your retreat!
That's going to be the call for Liquid.
Yep. Looks like they just don't want to waste more time.
Murió en la batalla. Matanza.
They're doing a good job of avoiding Liquid.
They're protecting their
Un
TV area.
aliado ha sido asesinado.
Liquid gets popped immediately as Edict does. One thing for Liquid is their draft doesn't kill Roche at the absolute fastest. So it's not like they have like, oh, we have have some good magic there. Or you know, they don't have like a bump up, something like that, or undying in particular that we see most times.
Mataron a uno de los niños. Mandaron un enemigo al más allá.
They don't have any interest in turning up the fights at this sort of stage of the game, whilst Dracho works towards his first major out in the Yash. Scardy by the looks of it this game.
Watch your feet!
Two taken.
Nice and aggressive towards them.
Un aliado cayó en la batalla. Doble eliminación.
Might get jump side.
Matanza.
Start things off with the back. Good jump from Tofu to hold back Nisha. Tofu hill up for the TP out.
Triple eliminación.
Okay, dude's gonna bail out in this place.
Getting some deep vision down. down, so I like that he places this one. It's been spotted though, so I imagine this is
Un
probably
aliado
going to get taken
ha
out.
sido
But really good
asesinado.
coverage and vision in this game. Top they have that deep ward, bottom they have it too, and also the bottom lane as well too. So they're getting pretty much full information
Matanza.
right now to be able to watch what Gaming Gladiators is looking to split up. So that is pretty much entirely what Gaming is going to do for these next few moments, unless Liquid overextends. The timing for TC versus Black IO is always the best. Nowadays, it's different, especially with
Un aliado murió en la batalla. Alboroto. Asesinaste un enemigo.
He should just swap, literally just going back and forth across that triangle.
Un aliado ha sido asesinado.
They swing toward top. They want another one. They have this deep ward on the way.
Mataron a uno de los tuyos. Un aliado cayó en la batalla.
Messing around, he wants to kill this line without any interruption. Guys, but the line is dead.
Foxy off the mark there with his timber chain. Last hit gonna finish
He's running.
him.
Un enemigo ha sido
He's
asesinado.
juking them.
He's okay.
He's actually going to live. I couldn't quite catch him.
He actually misses the timber chain. Liquid that tempo up top tower drops the best in half. That was also top to bottom, looking for another.
Te asesinaron.
Well, they want to try for a play themselves, Gaming Gladiators. Smoker for Tofu, Celery, and Quinn.
Nisha doesn't have peeking game, so this is definitely
Imparable.
to get the initial catch.
They can catch him here in the
Doble
career.
eliminación.
Back on his half again. You know what Sonny's going to have here. Right, she's splitting once more from the team. Boxy's not going to be able to get over in time to help with the cannon, the hex, the burst, the finger. Nisha's got.
Oh, they might get Boxy too. He shows himself.
Timber Chin.
Huge kills. They actually played beautifully around that vision there. Dancing. They knew Nisha used BKB for that. Kill top.
Los dioses han sellado tu
Under on their half the map. We're seeing Gaming Gladiators not ready to go from the side down bottom, attempt to set up onto Quinn. And Quinn is able to roll away. That's the wall down.
Really good.
It does feel scary for Liquid. They got that lead. They got kind of decent time on the top. A lot of early pushes went well, but are they far enough ahead to feel good about themselves?
Big eye issue. What the? What does that mean? There's a big eye in the sky. Somebody's eye is big. What is?
It's probably not something good.
That sounds.
Hopefully the players are all right. Hopefully he can't be that serious. He's good to go. Yep.
Back up as well. The same name of the game. Trying to get a big kill here. And then now perhaps they can look to force a rush if they do find it. Gaming just playing the split up of the map. Maximizing as much as possible. Stack for Duraccio. Give him every wisdom ring.
Matanza. Un enemigo ha sido asesinado. Un aliado murió en la batalla.
Are only going to get punished. Nisha, quick jump. Tofu's out. And that's his BKB. One more tap. See if they can get the Rex. And they can keep this push.
Mandaron un
Scotty's
más
still
allá.
not finished for
Doble
Duraccio.
eliminación.
Good pressure.
Doble eliminación.
Let's have Arcane and Rolling Thunder if he wants to start trying to slow them down. Tofu's going to be back in 10.
Yeah, his fingers back up as he respawns.
Really want to get away.
Un enemigo ha sido asesinado.
It's a bit difficult now that the full team's back in play from Game of Gladiators. Doing their best to stick around. Now they'll start to fall back a bit, especially with the TP coming in from Karachi.
He gave roll.
Oh, he did.
Didn't cover it all. And Taracho, he's got his bend with Scotty timing, but giving up roll.
They're going to get the jump. They're going to try their best to burn through the ledge jump. But Mickey, he's under there. Obviously, in with the stolen roll. Cracks the one on the most win. And making the space in around to apply some further pressure to melee rack.
Foxy, he bounced off the wall.
Oh, and he's going to die for that one. Obviously, doesn't get back down to base in time. He'll fall, and indeed the defense will hold up. Keep the melee racks alive.
They still have meta. I think it got seen. They picked it right away. I actually don't know what saw actually.
Play how they are. This sort of moves charging straight forward. Looking about 15 seconds or so on the map. He's caught up for 50 seconds. Tofu's able to get the opening. Jumps in, gets the hex into the stun. They're coming in with a relocate to try and bail Nisha out of this. He's already gone.
And the roll is back up. And actually going to catch Insania.
He's also going to fall. He tries to run up the high ground, but the right click to Taracho. They'll take him down. Taracho in the final moments of his meta, hitting hard, getting the double.
Liquid. Giving up these kills.
Maybe we'll get it on the replay.
As I pinged it, so I mean, maybe he was saying something else, maybe didn't catch something. I didn't think that. Either way, gaming a really, really clever end of the smoke that
Yeah, I can only imagine maybe they did see it, and maybe they were anticipating that the smoke kind of going through like that is the jungle. And there's not a lot of vision in liquid out there, so they probably assumed that they're like, and that was the route they would take. He just went straight down the mid, and they find and the floor through the eye on top.
Might just actually have to go back toward top soon or something. So I think if you lose maybe even like one or two more of these situations, the game is just going to be really tough.
Yeah, look at Terrablade's farm. He's
getting massive.
I mean, sure, Mickey is huge, but it's carry less. It's going to be limited as the minute charge against the favorable scalability that the strong core of the Gaming Gladiators is going to have.
Yeah, because they do so much damage, and Ace build is pretty ideal here. When Aghanim is done, so we're going to have this press coming through. They're not very tanky right now. Mickey, I believe he is going to leave that fairly soon, but all those things add up when a Terrorblade is beating on you. Meta's back up, Rolling Thunder's back up. Unless you like really just poke them maybe set up a fight around here. Okay, he's still in the area. Sweet, given that the meta available on direction. They get the back to the ball track back onto the two. When they've got the stun control towards the cage after Nisha able to grab Quinn, of course, out of the Rolling Thunder. But they will lock down there. See if they can burst through another. They can. The finger's there. There's going to be two of them dead as Gaming Gladiators will chase off the ball. They surround Mickey. The shackles down the lane. Mickey's hanging up. Thunder is not going to be enough. They catch him with the stun. Mickey's taken down. Liquid with three. They get the ball. They get the Scarlet connection on towards side. Chakram as well from Ace side. Now the surge. Chase him, Ace. Great angle with the timber chain. One more surge to go. So if Ace can get the he's going to trip him up. Won't quite be able to work together. The side will live, but he's dead. He's able to find him on seat. Is I was going to...
What? Ace? He's actually going to... Ace says no, and Gaming Gladiators, they end up getting a team wipe.
A full wipe, and the game is now in a position where what do you do on Liquid?
What do you do? You never got that melee racks.
Oh,
and with the swing around going like this, 5k lead to Gaming Gladiators, I don't know if you ever will get that melee racks.
You're going to have to cause some kind of weird plays to happen here. Ace, he's trying to disengage. They might lose Tofu for this.
She's got to be a bit careful. This BKB is still on cooldown for 12 seconds.
He should be okay. They should just lose one support on gaming.
See Tofu. He will be able to turn with the stun.
The grab ally.
Into the tombstone.
Make him work for it a little harder.
4 heroes there. Indeed. They will find Tofu. It's something, but it's still, it's going to feel awkward for Liquid. The items are flying out for Gladiator's cause. It's Dracho. He's got the BKB ready for the next fight.
And
we'll see this chase. I mean,
it's beautiful.
It's Zaya early. It was pretty far away, but I guess sort of swang around back underneath the tower. And Ace, he was still hunting, and he succeeds.
The team fight from gaming is just, their target prioritization is beautiful. If you actually saw how they're fighting, Daracho, he's hitting the TP zoning, and the IO, sometimes you can see these IOs get away with murder in these fights. Ace, full commits onto him, just deletes Insania.
Yeah, Ace in that last fight was pretty dead.
Oop, they actually do find Daracho up here.
Was
this could be the catch?
Good
Give a
catch
Roche.
done.
I think maybe you push for that Roche hard here.
It's still not super quick, though.
It's not. It's either you push for the Roche or you push for a Rax.
You want to get this melee Rax. You got to get this Rax out of the game, so at least you have one lane that's pushing in consistently. Otherwise, it's going to feel rough for Liquid.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if they can get it. It's 30 seconds until Daracho's back up. Meta will be
long.
up too.
Yeah.
It's not that long. Back up to full HP.
I mean, if Ace turns up for the defense, could be able to push them back.
Nisha, can he fight Quinn? Oh, he does! They get the reload.
They're going to go for this kill instead. Quinn, he's out with the swashbuckle, he's got the shard, and he's got into the Rolling Thunder.
He actually gets
He's
out.
actually able to get away from this whole attempt, and of course with that move they made over towards there, it slows down their efforts to try and take the Rax top.
And here comes Quinn.
He's going to continue to roll over towards the supports to get back up the high ground with the swashbuckle. Boxy tries to grab him outside the base, and with the jump forward from Nisha, maybe they can still
grab ally
into the tombstone. He's going to have any
TV's
escape
respawning.
after this. I think Quinn's going to be fine. Liquid, they've got to start backing up. It's getting a bit awkward now. Insania gets burst though. Mech will be popped. And with the 5 of them back in action, Gaming Gladiators, they'll take this fight outside of the base and chase Liquid away. The illusion out into Boxy. Boxy's going to go for the TP. Anything to stop it. There is just a straight up burst and the control of the Hex.
They can't even touch the Rax.
And it's sort of a split call, right? They get too excited by the fact that they see Quinn out on his own in the mid. They try for the play, maybe underestimating the fact that he had that shard ready for the easy setup into the roll-up. And Quinn's away. They don't get any extra damage done at all to this melee Rax. It still sits at full HP. And again, just sort of this position of the game where we can see that Liquid, they're really struggling to find out how to push it to the next step. Gaming Gladiators, they just shut down every effort.
And they can go to Roche easy. They've got the Undying, they've got the TP, they bring it down. That's going to bring the fight now. Liquid, the call is going to be, I think they have to actually go up there and fight, or this game is even harder than it was before. It looks like a good catch from Nisha, but he actually has to use the ult in order to catch Quinn at the start, right? So then Quinn just has freedom to reset and roll away.
And he's out. That's Roche, it's going to be all theirs.
All theirs. They even popped, they really wanted it. They popped the meta even from Daracho for it. Quinn, now he's got an Aegis. He's got extra coverage.
I think they're cool, with the fact that, they could pop meta like that. They could just chill. They could wait this 2 minutes. They don't have to force things. They know that this game, it's only going to get harder for Liquid.
Let's see if Liquid does anything. I think they just pinged out Daracho. So they're probably saying, hey, he just used meta. Let's try to maybe take a fight after that ends. Set up all around the mid lane.
They have to take any sort of window they get given here, Liquid, to push the issue.
I want Mickey to get this BKB ASAP. I feel like he really needs it.
I guess.
Just be able to protect himself. And so he can give some coverage to Insania. Insania does have Glimmer and Mac, but I'm just watching Ace. He has it out for him. They have to
Oh, Relic Dagger upgrade undo ippom.
2 dust section inside a game. He takes on the tower. KB about to be finished for Mickey.
High ground though, it's difficult with this Aegis on Quinn.
They got the tower, they're probably like, yeah, meta's on cooldown, but going for high ground, a little bit risky. It's buying more and more time for Game Gladiators. Ace is honestly such good. Maybe just Kimber saw as well too, but Ace is playing it super well. He looks immortal, and he's actually just causing so many difficulties for Insania to play in the fights. Liquid have to try to protect his eye a little more than making
Sorry! On my way!
Now hard box.
Okay, we'll be going for that Axe next. Relic, right? Yeah. Relic, so just another way, so ready. 2 minutes. 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 2
kill. That is impressive.
Stay together here, gaming. How long on meta? 10 seconds.
In war, the loss of life is relentless.
Careful with the fact that the illusion's coming in. There's likely heroes behind him. They might get the jump around over towards Mickey. Xenia, so we've got the illusions first. Tucked in. The jump. Xenia X. Xenia catch it. Now Quentin's rolling on. Mickey's out. Mickey's going to turn straight back towards Center. Dragon put the Mickey in with the meta. Focusing towards Nisha. Nisha hits Mickey, comes to an end. The ball gets knocked around. Xenia tenders across, but he's got an illusion. Xenia. Quint dying to the damage of Mickey. Finally falls, but he's got that aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Buyback from Insane. They'll get back over towards Mickey. Maybe they can find more causes. Quinn is getting chased down by Insania and Mickey. He's going to be back in a few seconds. He does have the safety at the roll-up, but Boxy, he's in with the telekinesis, grabs him, slams him down. Liquid, they'll be able to hold here against the efforts of Gaming Gladiators as they take out both Duraccio, and this time they came through with one. And once again, great charge right no matter even when he respawns. Yeah, they could get some damage done. Maybe now Liquid can take away some of these barracks from Gaming Gladiators. That was big. 7,000 damage. Last time, here's been a range drag. Can get anything beyond that.
An enemy has been slain.
Towards the top. I mean, with the reason trying to orbit, in fact, the telekinesis back there to blow Tofu. I mean, the troops are there for a little bit of safety for Ace. It's enough. As Liquid, they respect the fact that Duraccio and Quinn are back up. Ooh, so they get the melee react, they get a little kill on top of it, and they get out.
And Zai now has magnets, so an extra illusion now versus this Terror Blade will be even more answers.
An Autobot has fallen. Our comrades
But this could be huge too. Boxy actually finds a way to steal now. Mostly just been able to get some of these timber spells. Now they have a Wampa. They had the right to lash with the darts here. Now they have with the Blue as well.
To lose as many team fights.
We'll have to see how much impact Zai's able to do too. His like this individual kind of impact as well from the darts here. Making multiple illusions of the TB, but now also Tofu, they kill the Tormentor. He actually gets the shard this time, so now they'll have answers to some of these. Reduce a bit of damage.
That is impressive. In war, the loss of life is relentless.
Quickly now! Watch your feet!
Have reached your
time. He's going to see grab it. They got it around to the stuff to that. Thunder and
an enemy has been
tier 2. So let's try and go for more. Yeah, whole minute. Can go for the defense.
Let's take the battle to them.
Top a little bit more here. Essentially,
An Autobot has fallen.
Still quite a solid hold. Moxie, they hit him with the jump. They're trying to burst through this. Tim to get the wall drop down as well. Put the BKB cut. Sunder. Menmore is as well. Pretty unkillable. Thursday HP, but nothing any further. Another stun thrown away at the Timber Sword. I don't think Ace is going to care too much at all. They'll clip him with a further stun and another stun, but this Timber Sword ain't dying.
the hard purchase is definitely worth it there, just for this hold.
Our comrades need aid. An ally has been slain. In war, the loss of life falls
Flash erosion. It'll be a bit of a longer respawn.
Liquid might check it out anyway.
Yeah.
See if it's up. Towards the top half. To get some vision around.
Yeah, I think that's...
An Autobot has fallen. Let's take the battle to them. An enemy has been slain.
Good head over.
In war, the loss of life is regrettable.
To go here for Mickey, especially with this Lash is so intense.
Or inside the base. These guys, I can't nobody was there.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You are worthy of much in this life.
They're gonna smoke for a second here. You gotta
Two defeated.
Okay.
That is impressive.
It's up now.
They will no longer. An Autobot has fallen.
This is gonna be a
That is impressive.
These walls are
The Matrix.
Minions have reached your portal. They can scout out
In war, the loss of life is one
They do have a vision on top.
Trying to wrap around.
Have a ward on him. Swaps positioning.
They don't want to go on Ace. They want to go on anything else. Yep. I mean, Dracho. Okay, got eyes on him. Slow turn. You need your BKB from Dracho. He's not going to play this. He's got any chance here. He's going to turn towards the game. They get front of the BKB. They're going to grab onto the Queen.
They're unseeing.
Well, he might not get the chances. Mickey catches him to split up. Duracho dying here to the damage of the ledge. He's out. Duracho's gone. Hit by both supports of Liquid. Mickey still pretty high on the HP as Hillary's tempting to stand up with him. Tofu, he's got the control over towards Ace. He's onslaughting away to Ace. Another Chakram. Timber chain forward. They're cutting down the escape. Anisha will turn with another pulverized, but they'll bring him down. Triple kill for Ace. Ultra kill for Ace. And he finds
Our comrades need aid.
Instead, he keeps his distance from Ace. Ace continuing to chase. There's
a rampage.
There's the rampage for Ace. They'll lose Celery, but Ace, he'll be happy with him for this one. He walks out. Now fight 4 buyback. to try and come out even.
Mickey does stand his ground, but so does Ace. I mean, damage. Look at this. I mean, damage up 10,000 on the Flash, 14,000 on the Timber. Roche though looks like he's
I mean, they do need it, as I said, it's more buybacks from Liquid to take that fight.
You see the amount of zombies that were in this fight too? Like, they actually just been don't lift any
We'll see again at the start of this fight. They're actually upgrading some moves so they can get some top team taking him out of this. But yeah, Ace, they just can't deal with this Timbersaw. He's just able to freely run across the team fight. They can kill everyone else with it here and there, but Ace, he's just untouchable.
You hit Sania's come. I can just catch there the save from grab out. These two beasts standing strong.
That is impressive.
Very impressive the way the Liquid, even in the last
You are worthy of much.
See if they want. I mean, if you're Liquid in this spot, do you try and push for the Aegis?
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They have to be together. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know if you want to like fully force stuff, but at least just play together to not get caught out.
I mean, because if a fight kicks off and if Nisha dies or if Zai dies, it could be game over.
Yeah,
for Liquid.
if they just isolate Mickey, then they'll be able to deal with that Leshrac. And I mean, they've been getting Insania every time. And Insania, he's got a cheese, but he needs to be able to get it off, and he won't have a buyback this time around. I think 2 times now we've seen Insania's buybacks, if I'm not mistaken, kind of be that thing that makes Mickey just be able to stand his ground fully.
I mean, obviously from Gaming Gladiators side of things, at the moment they don't have any buybacks either. But the 4 of them just short on the gold, so they've at least got something they can do about that.
They actually commit their gold. Quinn goes for the full Bloodthorn.
Cool. He's putting some 1,600 gold short of his own buyback.
I guess just in particular, now it's versus the Trickster Cloak. I mean, they didn't really have any other invasion. I mean, that damage amp, though, is going to be nice to allow the TB just to focus fire as well. And that is really what their draft is about, so you can really understand why they're going for Bloodthorn. It's all about just kill the Lasher, kill that Primal Beast and that one little stun that they can get.
Looks like Liquid are going to play this rather cautiously. Yeah, they don't want to do anything reckless.
Just stay together. Yeah, just keep like your buddy system. 2 people together. Nisha maybe can be a little bit isolated because he has the Aegis coverage. So
actually, you know what? Yeah, actually.
Hex finished on Mickey. Plus 25, so maybe that could be a time limit. Waiting for it to look to go for that next big fight. I wouldn't even blame him to go for the Lightning Storm talent actually this game. Obviously, like the Edict one, it usually is just the way better one, but I have seen arguments in some situations for Lightning Storm.
Closing in on the base, Liquid. Gladiators will have to return.
They're gonna force him back to base. They can poke here. Okay. Drops it very quick.
Easy range racks.
Good top also.
Might be able to finally get this melee racks they were going for about 20 minutes or so ago. They're back here now.
Ratio, he has buyback. He's the only one in the game.
The rest are close though. At least, well, Ace 400 gold off. That's the next big one. Gaming Gladiators will be looking towards.
Good job.
Ace. They're going to try and tickle Ace. Oh, I'd say tickle. They're doing a lot of damage.
Ooh, the grab ally.
He's getting low. He's getting caught.
It grabbed the wrong one.
They might actually just kill it. They do.
It grabbed Quinn, not Ace. He has no buyback.
That's a huge kill for them to get.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that Liquid there. The damage that they must have pumping out for their 5 heroes at this moment. They killed what seemingly was the unkillable. Ace, he actually disappeared pretty darn quickly though.
They gave up shock. They gave up the chakram, right? They have that extra burst damage also from Boxy, and they're swinging to bottom.
They are. They're looking for more here, Liquid.
They're like, the raid boss is gone. Go, go, go.
Yeah, 250 gold short of buyback Ace.
I guess he was really just expecting Celery to get it onto him, but Quinn jumps in at the same time, and he actually gets thrown inside of that. inside of that tombstone.
See if they can do it with the four of them here. Gaming Gladiators, can they limit the damage that Liquid's going to be able to do? They're stepping up, they get the Hex on the Duracho. He's going to get glimmered. Forced back to save Zai. Trapped in the back of the wall. BKB's coming out. Duracho turns with the Sunder over towards Zai. Rolling Thunder's attempted, but the pulverize is there. They've grabbed Quinn. Quinn getting slammed in the ground. He had the shield crash and the swashbuckle off under the tier 4s. Quinn will live, but they've lost Tofu. Also without buyback. As Liquid, they keep the push going. Take this bottom set of racks by the looks of it.
Still healthy too. They still have the cheese on Insania. They still have the Aegis. They can go for that last set. Go for that last Rax.
And they're going to charge straight towards the tier 4s. The Aeroda onslaught across Celery. Celery completely surrounded. He'll get a Soul Rip and a Decay off. Duracho trying to help out the best he can, but Celery's out for 70.
He can't stand his ground. He's actually getting Conjure or Reflection. I think that was Boxy's Reflection almost kills Duracho.
They're going to get this full set of racks up top as well. This is going to be the Mega Creeps out against Gaming Gladiators. Liquid, they absolutely make the difficult call to go for this push whilst their own buybacks were still on cooldown, but it works out perfectly. Mega Creeps out against Gaming Gladiators, and still 40 seconds where they won't have the full team alive.
Like, great recognition of them to go for this kill and just push the issue.
And know that they could take down Ace like that. Now they're in again. Nisha tries to jump forward. They get the Hex. Quinn, he's a little bit too close to them all as he gets grabbed again by Nisha with a pulverize. He'll manage to roll up.
He's gonna live.
He is gonna live.
He has to. Just gets bonked away. Swashes away.
Mickey wants to go again.
He's got the
He's gonna get a stun onto Ace.
Get the push going.
The Chakra Nullify thrown down the way of Nisha. 20 seconds until they have the full team back. Gaming Gladiators.
Meta still down for 50 seconds though. Tough for them to fight into Liquid at this point here with that down.
Zai could lose to jump again soon. He's got the wall back up in 10 seconds.
Ace.
Then they get the grab on towards Ace. Ace is going to get knocked back by the onslaught. There's the vacuum on the field. They get the Hex. The stun. The follow-up's there. Duracho will be able to get the BKB up, but he can't run. Duracho out of the game for 85. He has got his buyback available. Ace, he's going to get grabbed. Another pulverize in from Nisha. Ace, he's out for good 90 seconds. As he's dead again and still was unable to acquire the money for buyback.
Back it up a little bit here as soon as they see the buyback from
Liquid.
20 seconds on meta.
No Ace. Boom. But the stun will manage to blink back. These tier 4s, they get completely shredded here by Mickey. As both go down, the Ancients are going to be exposed. Gaming Gladiators, they've got to do something soon before they really want to stop this from happening.
They got to go in. Back up.
They've got to push back this left somehow. There's a chance here for Duracho. Is it going to be enough? He's trying to get out. Look for a Sunder. He goes forward. He's able to get the Sunder on towards Zai. Zai getting beat down by the Terrorblade. They kill Zai off. Zai's gone for 2 minutes. They might just be able to hold this. As Zai's gone, Liquid to the rest of the 4. They want to keep trying to push forward. They'll get the opening Hex on to Quinn. The follow-up stun from Mickey. Quinn's glimmered, forced back to safety. The creep, the Mega Creeps, they're building up here against the Ancient. Quinn, he'll roll up. 25 seconds until Ace is back. The Ancient slows but surely taking damage. Mickey continues to push forward.
Duracho's meta is almost ending here. He can't hold off the creeps.
They really want to time for this Liquid. It's a bit difficult to say Zai. He was short of gold to buy back this time. 900 gold short. So once they're trying to push, so Liquid they'll have to pull back a little bit. Gaming Gladiators will keep the game alive.
That was meta used Duracho. He wasn't able to actually hit anybody. He was literally having to do the creeps. Don't give up this
Trying to get this pressure, but he will not have the pressure at any time for this. So indeed, this is 80 seconds, no meta, and no BKB on the Terrorblade. Liquid, they'll have a bit of a winner, sort of a 30-second gap where Zai's going to be back in action. They'll have the 5 of them alive.
And, check the Roche just in case too. They're like, oh, it could be back up. It's not quite up there for 40 seconds, but it's very soon.
Place for the game-ending push.
To just keep Mickey on going. Really good. His initiation's been fantastic. Straight in with the grab. Of course, can have 2 sets of damage. That's the pressure they've opened out last fight. And he's got the 25 pulverize duration.
Gets in. He's trying to bail the whole team out with one. Using a back. They can push forward, destroy the tombstone, destroy the hero inside.
They're gonna get a Roche here out of this now too.
Who's taking the axe? Anything nice here for Liquid to try and add to
Yeah, why not? Yeah, they have another
Gladiators, let's see how set up they are for the next defense. BKB and Metamorphosis back available for Ratchet. He's very, very close to it. 500 gold short. If we can somehow find that gold before this push comes in, he'll have 2 rounds of feeling incredibly strong, a long duration where he can stand his ground and ensure that he can't see
Quickly now!
Still gonna
You have been slain.
I'll hold here. This is
An ally has been slain.
That's buyback. He's got the
Now
refresher
is the
done.
time to
So
take
2
action.
BKBs, 2 Metamorphoses ready to go for the defense. Already here comes the first.
Double kill. I wonder who put that piece of slippery. You have slain an enemy. I wonder who put that piece of slippery
The
on.
setup here, Nisha wants the BKB, they're on twice. We're going to see if they can burst through the Simsaw again with the grab allies there. Straight into the tombstone. Celery able to come in with the save. They'll fall back. Do have
Enemy has been slain.
Celery's able to step back. Nisha, he grabs the terribly call for the full of Hex, but Dragon manages to BKB Sunder towards side. And Dragon's back up to full HP, pops a refresher. Second round of the Metamorphosis is good to go for Nisha. He has the pulverize. That long duration is slammed down quick with the fingers there. They're going through Mickey. He's going to try to buy back, but the Hex is on Nisha. Nisha's out to once. They take the ages off the Primal Beast. They can look to try and go for a second round. He'll get the punch back on towards Drago. The Hex as well. They're looking down the Terrorblade. They've got him. Duraggio's out of the game. See if they can continue the clean up here. The stun flying through from Box. The stolen Earthspike Spike catching on to the 2. And now they can look towards finishing this surely. The grab's there on towards Timber. They've found Ace. Ace, he's got no way of surviving through this. He's out. He's got buyback. They're going to throw the buyback into this. But Celery, he fought back, dives back. He's out again. Triple kill for Zai. Nisha pulling them back towards the fountain. The creeps are building up. And it's just 2 versus 5 here on the defense again. Gladiators as Liquid shall be able to close this one up. He is called Liquid take game 2.
What a game! What a display, really dominant. This one came in fighting back, kind of hard in it. Buyback from Liquid to win the jump. The opening they find killing. That is the big one to allow them to push forward here. That was second round.
It's not an easy game for them to close up.
Big jumps, honestly, Zai really great. Dark Spear pick, I think saw multiple 3-4-man vacuum plays, the punches during these TV illusions, and just making sure Mickey survives throughout pretty much the damage.
Mickey, what's the damage? Damage, 80k damage, 80k hero damage there from Mickey in that game. And yeah, the last few plays as well, the way they could start the fight, whether it's sort of Zai jumping in with the Hex and the vacuum, or Nisha just getting the pulverize pretty much from Quinn or Duraggio, every single fight it felt towards the end. They were just playing this perfect Team Liquid, which is exactly what they need to do to be able to threaten Gaming Gladiators here in this best of 5 as they're able to come in with this punch in game 2. Score right now 1-1 between Team Liquid and Gaming Gladiators.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a series on our hands. How long of a series we'll not sure quite yet, because in Berlin, it was the game in game 1, Liquid in game 2. This is a whole new day. In fact, I can't believe that taking their own strategy and shoving it in.
Slurping down, baby. As I am so happy to see very much. I said into that round. Just to say this. No idea. I think against game and they will win. Somebody has to beat us. Like, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I totally underestimated I thought they were kind of short time. The game like by 25.
enemy has
but
been slain.
yeah, heroes actually still scale really well. Like the Primal, the Darkseer, late game they do a lot of damage in team fights. I was quite surprised that they were able to take down the Timber Saw a couple of times when they initiated on the Timber with like around 5k
Your
HP.
friends are in need of
Also,
assistance.
with these types of lineups, I would imagine that magic damage can only get you so far. No one on Liquid right now. But the thing is that Damon and Core are at their best when they are getting Timber Saw, yes, well, obviously making magic damage. I don't even know how many reactive armor stacks he was getting from next year. Same thing with the Terraform. I just assumed that it would fall off, but Liquid just was a solid late game grab.
It definitely was. I think we all wanted Nisha to step up and get
There is trouble in the forest.
BKB didn't get any magic damage to that. It's patched now, so having
Now
that
is
magic
the
meter,
time
having
to
a
take action.
lineup that has full magic base doesn't hurt you as much as it used to here. But it does go back to the early game and the draft. They do get the IO left drag, which is something Gaming likes to play. Played it against them, beat their Timber Saw this time, and Vicky did so well on this left drag. Maybe it was his experience with the mid players back in the past. He was ultra comfortable. The rotations sitting here by shutting down the lane is very crucial so that you can have a game this time around.
Liquid and in that moment, I was in that moment, and all of these flybacks coming out of the but they just didn't really have enough structural advantage on game.
They better heed that warning. Right there. Now is the time to take action.
I think at one point in this game too, we talked about it in the previous panel here, that BKB is going to make a big difference. At 32 minutes from bot lane, and it looked like Gaming was pulling it back. They had the double just stick on a target. The Lesh just ran away from the Primal, ran away from him, and Jirachi, I guess will hit Io for a little bit now, but then they reset, and then Nisha on his Primal went back in, killed Jirachi, and they took the game back to them.
Also, magic damage is reliable.
Watch your feet.
They have a ton of starting them on Blood Crash. They're like shoving darts here, there's a wall, the Iron Shell. Like Hairblade and Timber, like more of a trick. Shove it down. Across the border.
Which gives us an opportunity.
Let me give you double kill. Triple kill. I wonder who won that piece of slippery. Two balls are not a challenge.
Drop it, TB.
I'm getting fucked.
TB, all the way, all the way.
TB. I'm sorry.
Enemy has been slain.
Lion.
Now is the time to take action. With one arrow. Your fight isn't over.
I'm getting fucked with them.
Oh shit, the Vivex are coming out.
I am curious, it seemed that they didn't even know that whenever Timber Saw dives that linebacker, it seemed like a mechanical thing. Like if the grab ally ended up being used on the Tango.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it seemed like Liquid didn't even notice that in the moment. They were like, we were confused because we were like, where's Tango? Why isn't Timber Saw getting saved? And then we saw fat rolling thunder.
Like, you heard Insanium when they were in the middle of waiting. I love Insanium's communication. Everyone's like, go this target, go this target. I'm getting fucked in the back by Timber.
Yeah, I kind of like that counter.
Mother Nature is on your side.
See that the good are rising to their aid. Will they finally be able to conquer their demons? This is a good step in the right direction. Let's see if they can continue it.
Save yourself!
Fools! I can't be ambushed!
That'll give my cross some fun.
I'm just that good.
You
Cancel that!
That's what you
Yes.
Watch your feet! Mother Nature is on your side! Now is the time to take action! Wind fight! You have to fight me! Over!
Minions have reached your portal!
An enemy has been slain.
Welcome back, everyone, to what is now a best of 3.
Now is the time to take action!
Picked up a victory in this appeal 5 grand finals that might have
Friend, I wonder who put that piece of slippery monster.
Also, yeah, I think you noticed right away that I just have a little more swag than all you guys.
I noticed that.
How soon do you win it?
I stopped by my local HQ, checking out the summer collection. Decided to find this little gym here. But you too can also swag like me as well. All you have to do.
You will be strong.
As for winning a championship, that's what's on the mind of Team Liquid right now, because it has been ever so close. They've been within spitting distance of trophies, and they were slapped down by Team Liquid.
Yeah, I feel like game 1 is pretty much there. Game 2, like, after this, it's hard to have so much.
Game 2 was kind of like a statement from Liquid, you know. I'm not afraid of your terrible, your timber, your way to beat you, you know, they're using your own higher lash, and you can play it. I think
in football, there's some expressions of like team that has possession the most frequently, like a percentage of the match that one team has more possession. And despite Gaming winning game 1 and Liquid winning game 2, I still feel like
I definitely think this is probably the series or the major. This is the best shape of any series they played in the grand finals. So it's an arm fit. Keep it up.
Team Liquid was 85% win rate on Radiant going into this series. And first game they were Dire, lost. Second game they were Radiant, won. This game they're Dire.
Fair point.
Maybe not. Maybe so dire for them. I don't know. I'm going for something.
Oh, Brian, you cracked me up. Well, that was almost a genuine laugh at you, Winter.
He's smiling.
He's trying, man. You have to give him some credit.
I give him.
Why do you have to be so mean to your fellow North American?
I would never dare. All right, gentlemen. What's the plan? Is Timbersaw getting taken out? Is Medusa getting taken out? Is Gaiman's Enchantress gonna get respect banned?
I wouldn't mind if Liquid runs it back.
Anyways, ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ 3 കളി കളിച്ചു. I guess. ഇനി ബാക്കി കളി കാണണം.
Took out Medusa, right? In game 2.
Yes. So in game number 1, it was Liquid getting the Broodmother as their first pick. They banned out Morphling Medusa. Or sorry, Gaiman banned out Morphling Medusa. Game 2, Gaiman banned out Morphling Pugna. And for Liquid, game 1 they banned out Lesh Anch. And game 2 they banned out Brood Medusa.
Look at this! They banned their own Timbersaw.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Right, having first pick.
Yeah.
They're looking at IO Lesh right now, I think.
You think they're gonna first pick the Lesh or the IO?
Lesh.
Which
Lesh.
piece of the puzzle's better without the other? Probably Lesh.
Yeah, I don't think. What else would you play IO with?
Yeah, I guess like that kind of puts Liquid in a weird
So
spot.
ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുവാണ്. And പതിവ് പോലെ goodbye, GG's, and to be continued.
Pugna Storm,
Bye bye.
IO Lesh. I think we're looking at probably one of those or just the casual Enchantress.